Hi everyone, some exciting news here. Our live 500th episode is now on sale. Saturday, April 26th, 2025 at the Capitol Theatre in Melbourne, we are doing a special 90-minute show with guests from across the history of the podcast joining us to celebrate 500 episodes of the show. Now, we're not doing any live podcasts or the quiz show for the Melbourne Comedy Festival in 2025, so this is your only chance to see us all together. Tickets are on sale now. We've already sold a bunch to our Patreon during a pre-sale we did over the weekend, but you can get involved now via our website. Get tickets at dogoonpod.com. And also, final reminder that Matt and I are filming our stand-up shows at Stupid Old Studios this Friday night in Brunswick in Melbourne, December the 13th, 2024. Tickets are just $25 for both shows. Man, we would love to see you there for the final time we're ever doing these shows. Again, you can get tickets at dogoonpod.com. All right, on with the show.
Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite. And right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, score an extra $30 off with promo code HOLIDAY. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience. And the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more. Save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off with promo code HOLIDAY. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com. And an extra $30 off with promo code HOLIDAY. Minimum purchase may apply.
Holiday shopping is here, and Amazon Live has got you covered. Shop for the perfect gift from the comfort of your home with Amazon Live's shoppable video experience. Discover the hottest products from influencers and shop while you watch. This season, join Candy Burris from Real Housewives in her holiday Amazon Live series, Generation Face Off, where Candy, her mom, Mama Joyce, and daughter Riley share their favorite stocking stuffers and go-to gifts across fashion, beauty, and more. Watch and shop new episodes of Candy's series Generation Face Off now by going to amazon.com/candylive. That's amazon.com/candylive. For a limited time, use promo code CANDYLIVE for $5 off an eligible product featured on the first episode of the series. That's KANDILIVE. Promotion expires on December 25th, 2024. Limited supply of goods. Terms and conditions apply. For full promotion terms and conditions, go to amazon.com/candyterms.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. My name is Dave Warnocky, and as always, I'm here with Matt Stewart and Jess Perkins.
Hello, I'm Jess Perkins.
Hey, I'm Matt Stewart, and a quick question for you, Dave. How good is it to be alive?
Do you mean that this week, Matt? Do you mean that?
Well, I mean it. I'm asking.
He means the question.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean it because I'm numb.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering.
He needs to know.
How good is it to be alive, Dave?
Well, for me, great. But I've been back in Melbourne a few days longer than you. We've just returned from our European tour.
Yeah, at the time of recording.
Which was so much fun.
Oh my God, we had a fantastic time.
Honestly, that's I reckon my favourite tour I've ever been on. I had the best time.
Yep.
I loved it start to finish. So good. But I am now a shell of a man.
Yeah, that's right. You stuck around for 5 or 6 days after us to do a bit more Who Knew It and some stand-up shows around town. So you've only just flown back, basically.
Yes. And this is the first time I've left the house in a couple of days.
And I will say, yes, we got home, say, 6 days before you, and it was the worst jet lag I've ever had in my life. And it took me about 6 days to feel human again.
At your age, though, I guess.
Yes, I have more resilience.
Yeah.
We bounce back the youth.
But
As
what
an
you
old
don't
man.
realise when you get to my age, things get a little harder. You have a fall, you're fine.
Yeah,
you
of
bounce
course.
back up.
I get straight back up.
I have a fall.
Yes.
I live on the ground now.
Oh, God, I can't wait to be 400 years old.
Well, Matt's potting from the ground right now.
That's right. I had a fall quite a few years ago. and I've not gotten up.
We won't help him. We can't. You got to let them do it themselves. But anyway,
It is really good to be alive. I will say that.
Yeah, and I wish I was never born.
Okay.
Great.
But that's unrelated.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a great time. Mm-hmm. And thank you to everyone who came out to the live shows.
So good.
It was awesome to meet so many of you.
I think we've already put a couple out on the Patreon, and there'll be it might have been one out on the main feed as well.
I think last week we did our live show in Scotland came out, which was such a fun time.
Oh, that was so fun,
That was
Dave, that
really
you picked
fun.
that topic for a Scottish audience.
Yeah.
They loved
Yeah.
it. Well, yeah, they did.
I seem to get on board.
We had a really fun time. That was a great show. And it was early in the tour as well. So it really set the tone.
Monkey Barrel, such a great venue.
Oh, so good.
And we've got a few more of the live ones that we've banked up coming out over our Australian summer. Mm-hmm. We're going to try and spread them out a bit because I know some people love the live ones because they feel like they're at a live show, and other people prefer the intimacy of us being right in the studio with
Yeah.
you. So, something for everyone coming up.
We mix it up a little bit, okay? We take your feedback. Some of it we go, fuck you. And we shove it straight in the bin of our brains. And by a bit of a brain, I mean the little corner that I only opened with my therapist.
Yes, but it's still in there, isn't it?
Oh,
it's still doing
God,
damage.
it's in there. Yeah.
It'll never not be there.
Oh, it's never not there.
What I love about feedback that's contradictory from
Yes.
different people
Yes.
is you just can't win.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. I feel uncomfortable and I want to please everyone and
Yeah.
I can't, and I think that's great.
I think it's awesome. I think it's really fun to be reminded that no matter what you do, someone hates you. Someone likes it,
know.
sure, but they hate you.
Yeah. Of course, never focus on the people that love it. No, that's unhealthy.
I haven't worked in retail for many, many years now, probably 6, 7, and I still frequently think about a time a woman wanted to be let into the store before we were open. It was a Sunday morning. She was there at like 9:55, and we had cash out on the desk. We had merchandise out. I can't let a customer in until we're set up. I let her in. She's giving me a death stare the entire time. She gets the tights she needs because her daughter had a ballet recital that day. She pays. I hand her a receipt. She says, I'll be making a complaint. Her receipt said her time of purchase was 10 a.m. We opened at 10 a.m. She was served in less than a minute. Complaint. I think about her 3 times a week. Do I ever think about the nice customers? Of course not. But I think about her frequently because I don't know what the fuck was going on with her.
Do you imagine, is it a fantasy where you're, running her over with a car or something that keeps coming up?
I think I just have questions I wish I asked. Like, what
you
the
making a
fuck is
complaint?
wrong with you? What's going on? Are you okay?
Yeah, she's obviously not.
She's having a terrible day.
She's not having a good one.
And she didn't make the complaint, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. But it was also like, you're yelling at a I was maybe
child.
20-something. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's
And I hadn't been rude. I was like, oh, we open at 10.
you're taking it out on the wrong person. Like there'd be,
Yeah.
I'm sure there'd be things like, you're just probably not even allowed to be open. Like you wouldn't be able to make the
No.
executive decision as the 20-year-old.
Yeah. Third in charge.
Because there'd be like insurance and other things.
Correct.
And you'd be like, I'd really love to.
You'd
but
actually
you
get
know what?
fined.
You know my boss. Oh yeah, up the chain. Oof, they would have my head.
The shopping centre would fine you. Like, anyway, pretty funny stuff. I think about her all the time.
That's so great.
I think about her just staring at me through this glass door while we were still unpacking.
But the thing is, Jess, and this is the other angle that you should have thought about. For the first 5 minutes of that kid's routine, she was nude from the waist down. Okay? You happy with that? You did that.
I sold her the kid was there. The kid was there.
Okay.
Okay, the kid was not nude at any stage. Well, probably was at some stage in a bath or something. At an appropriate
And that's your
time,
fault.
and that's
That's your
my
fault.
fault. The
That's
child
5
bathed.
minutes. I mean, it's pretty full on that they had to wait that 5.
1. It wasn't even 1 minute.
Okay.
It was
Jess.
insane. She was served in 30
it was
seconds.
1 minute too.
Oh, I
Is
see
that
what you
what you're
mean. I thought you meant they had to wait 5 minutes to be served. No. Yeah, she was there 5 minutes early.
That's anyway. I think she's
Strange.
so great. I hope she's listening, and I hope she's doing well.
I hope she relives that. Anyway.
She wouldn't have thought about it again.
No, God, no.
Those people. She's probably doing great.
She's probably dead.
On the outside, she's probably. I bet you, her daughter is now Baryshnikov.
Yeah.
Is that anything?
So,
Is that
Dave, do you
ballet related?
want to explain how the show works?
AJ, bit of an edit early. I think we've taken a long run up here.
It's worth telling that story, I think.
I think so too. Is Baryshnikov ballet?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
I think
Is it
so.
a person?
Yeah.
Is it?
Is it a military rank?
I was thinking you meant Kalashnikov, like the AK-47. I'm not sure what-
That's the
yeah.
difference between you and me, Dave. I'm a Baryshnikov. You're a Kalashnikov.
Matt, can I just say,
Yeah.
you nailed that.
Thank you.
I'm looking it up.
Pretty sure I learnt Baryshnikov from The Simpsons.
Mikhail Baryshnikov, born in Riga in 1948, began his ballet studies there in 1960. Well done, Matt.
Thank
done,
you so
Matt.
much. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, we've learned something. Is that enough?
Yeah. Dave, explain how this show works.
Okay. Okay, we'll do the episode. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
We take it in turns here to report on a topic which is often suggested to us by one of the listeners. We go away, we do a little bit of research on the topic, then bring it back to the group. It's nearly always a secret to the others what the topic's going to be.
Yeah.
Now we've exited block you. Again, we're back to you not knowing. So my question to you this week, to get us onto topic, is historically, members of Japan's warrior class are commonly known to us as what?
Ooh. Warrior class.
Don't overthink it.
Samurai.
Samurai is correct. Yes, great. I was like, oh, no. He's going to try and go somewhere in his mind here. You don't need to.
I was about to enter the Mind Palace.
No, it's the headline. It's the top sentence. Do not continue
Okay,
reading.
great.
I just wanted you to say samurai because today we're going to talk about a famous samurai, Yasuke.
Ooh.
Now, this topic has been suggested to us by two people, and anyone can suggest a topic at any time via our website, dogoonpod.com, or there's a link in the show notes. And thank you so much to the people that suggested Yasuke, Bree from Hervey Bay in Queensland, and Keith Ross from Cork in Ireland.
Wow.
Thank you to
Stab
Bree and
City.
Keith.
No, it's not. Limerick Stab City. Being back in Ireland, I was able to get a hold on that.
Okay. It's not Cork.
I always think Cork, but it's Limerick.
Limerick.
Because I was talking to a guy from Cork. He said, I'm not saying we're a stab-free city.
No.
But the town you're thinking of is Stab City. That's
Mate,
Limerick.
Show me on a map where there's a stab-free city.
Yeah,
You
great
know what I
point.
mean? Come
All
on.
right. Is there a good way to remember something like it would be hard to stab if someone was holding up a piece of cork?
Yeah, you put a cork at the end of a fencing sword,
Yeah,
right?
great. But a limerick, that's not going to protect shit.
No, that's a cutting limerick.
Okay. I think he's confused himself further.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, because now he's thinking about corks on swords, Stab City.
Yeah, but fortunately, our story today takes place in medieval Japan.
Oh, thank
A
God.
long way away.
So we don't have to think about cork today.
We'd have to, but there will be a lot of stabbing and cutting with swords in this story.
And samurais.
So get ready for that.
Wow.
And possibly a few myths spelled as well.
Oh.
Dispelled or spelled?
Well, yeah. I like to spread myth. Hopefully they will be dispelled. So this takes place in the 16th century, known as the Sengoku period, in which civil wars and social upheavals took place almost continuously. Mm-hmm. Very violent, very tumultuous period.
I really like peacetime. So I think that if I was going to choose,
Yeah.
I'd go peacetime. But there hardly ever is there? There's always a war somewhere.
And that's why you have to focus on
Yeah.
within.
Well, that's where the big battles go on.
It's never peaceful.
But
in
you're
there.
saying in this one country, Japan, it's non-stop war.
Non-stop civil war, yeah. Sort of people
That's
trying to take each other out. I'm the top dog, you're the top dog. No. Why do I call you the top dog? I mean, I'm the top dog.
Okay.
You know, this is something I've been thinking about.
Yes.
I reckon the most dangerous animal of all is human. We fight, don't we? Wow. Yeah, I know. I just thought that's just a thing I've been thinking about.
Mate, that's really profound.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to need a sec, actually.
I might put it into a limerick.
Nothing more profound than a limerick.
That's my vessel.
Well, it's quite complicated, but there was a hierarchy where the emperor was supposed to be at the top, above the shogun. That is the military chief in control of the army.
I've heard of Shogun.
Yeah, there was a racehorse. It was in maybe the Melbourne Cup in the 90s called Shogun Lodge.
That could be where I've heard
I think
of Shogun.
Shane Dye rode it.
That's the one, not the show that just broke the record for the most amount of Emmys a show's ever been nominated for.
They
this
named
year.
a show after the horse? Is there a show called Shogun Lodge?
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
the lodge
Is
is
Shane
silent.
Dye? Who plays Shane Dye? The Kiwi jockey.
I got Shane Dye himself.
Shane Dye played Shane Dye? Jeez, did they de-age him or he just still looks that good?
He looks that good.
Wow.
Those bleach blonde locks.
Beautiful. Jockeys, famously, they age so well.
Yeah.
So eventually, the shoguns, who were supposed to be the military chiefs just in control of the army under the emperor, became so powerful they were usually the de facto rulers of the country, more powerful than even the emperor.
Wow.
So the emperor's there, but really they're the top dog. And I've even written here, you might have heard the term shogun. According to Britannica, it comes not from the horse.
I really hope you do a paragraph on the horse. It came sixth. I don't know. Did it even...
Let me look it up. I need to know.
I hope we haven't made that up, Jess. You and I together.
Don't bring me into this.
I hope Shane Dye wrote it.
You absolutely smashed it with Baryshnikov, was it? Oh
no.
Oh, no. The top thing that's come up is a headline saying, Shogun Lodge dies under Cup winner Boss. The horse, ridden by Melbourne Cup winning jockey Glenn Boss, collapsed and died during the race at the 1,100 metre mark.
Oh, Jesus. Shane Dye had nothing to do with it. Isn't that funny? When you think of the Melbourne Cup, do you ever think of the horses dying brutally? That's not what I think of. It definitely, for people outside of Melbourne, we all grew up. The Melbourne Cup, it's the race that stops the nation. It was a celebrated thing.
We even get a public holiday in Melbourne for it.
In more recent years, there's been a bit of a shift.
Yeah.
In like, not everyone, but there's a growing segment of the population of Melbourne who are more focused on the dying horses.
Yes.
Because every few years, they die in it.
That's right.
And people feel a little uncomfortable that maybe we're being entertained by these beautiful animals.
Yeah.
Carking it.
Yeah.
The last time I bet on a Melbourne Cup runner, it died, and I haven't done it again since.
Do you think you were the problem?
Oh, well, no, I just
Do you
thought...
think you're a curse?
I thought that might have been a sign.
A curse. A sign of a curse.
Yes.
Anyway, let's let Dave talk about Shogun.
You might have heard the term Shogun.
Yes.
According to Britannica, because it is a very famous show from this year. I actually haven't seen it yet.
No, that's probably where I've heard of it.
Critically acclaimed, though. And that's based on a very famous book as well.
Ah, okay.
And it's also been, and there was another TV series, I think in the 70s. So it's been around for a long, long time. That term, like in the 20th century, in pop culture anyway. But according to Britannica, it comes from the highest warrior rank being Sei Tushogun, which has the best direct translation I've ever heard. That translates as barbarian quelling generalissimo.
Oh. Yeah, I like it.
I think I think I'm going to work that into the limerick.
Okay.
I think that could be a whole line of a limerick.
So you're just working on this limerick?
Hit it to me one more time. Hit it to me one more time. That's a thing that I'm going to start saying.
The line is barbarian quelling generalissimo.
Oh my God. That is a great headline.
What a great title.
That's nice.
Can I just say, you mentioned Glenn Boss, who did ride the horse till its death.
Ride the horse to death. Just want to be clear.
I just want to be clear that my memory was right. Shane Dye did ride it many times.
Okay, great.
Okay, and to some victories, and it never died when Shane Dye was on its back.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, perhaps.
Wow, looking forward to Shogun Lodge out now on Disney Plus. So, it translates as barbarian quelling generalissimo. It was first attained by a guy called Tamur. I'm going to say a lot of Japanese names here. I've tried to look up as many as I can, but there's a few that I may butcher, including this one. Tamuramuro, and the title was abbreviated as Shogun and was later applied to all the shogunate leaders. So that's where basically, you're the top dog, you're the barbarian quelling generalissimo.
Okay.
Even more powerful than the emperor.
Barbarian quelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't understand.
I feel like there's a bit of a spin on that. It's like you're not the barbarian destroying, you're quelling him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, should we talk about this?
Yeah.
Put the axe down.
Hey, come
Talk
on.
about this.
Let's use our words. I'm here to quell, not kill. What do you think? I'm Glenn Boss? No. I'm more of a Shane Dye type.
There's two types in this world.
You're a Glenn or you're a Shane?
Glenn and Shane. Great names. They're two names that could only be jockeys in the 90s. There should have been a sitcom.
They could be
Glenn
cricket
and
players.
Shane.
Cricket players.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
It's actually quite a lot you could be as a Glenn and
There
Shane in
were-
the 90s.
In the
Yeah,
90s,
surfer.
two of the great Aussie bowlers were Glenn and Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Jess, my God.
I get sport.
You get it.
You totally get it. So the shoguns, there was several of them, a series of them over hundreds of years, but this period in the 16th century that we're talking about today is also known as the Warring States period, where rival warlords of the outer provinces called daimyo, which is another sort of ranking type thing, that means great names, sort of they're aristocrats with lots of land, that kind of thing, and they fought bitterly for control of Japan. The daimyo were feudal lords who commanded personal armies of samurai or anyone else willing to take up arms and defend their lord's estate and help expand it. Eventually, one warlord rose above all of his rivals, a man called Oda Nobunaga.
Oda's not ideal. Is it?
Oh, you don't want your name to be Oda.
Smelly Nobunaga.
Stinky.
Stinky,
So funny, I've read this name all week and didn't once think about
Yeah.
it. But yeah, of course, it's right there. He's a smelly man. He's also regarded as the first great unifier of Japan.
Okay.
Okay. So he smelt really good, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Oda can be good.
Oda has like negative connotations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But-
Odorous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful odor.
Oh, what a gorgeous odor.
Oh.
What a sweet odor.
Because what is an odor if not a scent? And scent is always nice, isn't
I
it?
love your
Yes.
scent.
Yeah.
That is real. That's just spin.
Or were you
isn't
just
it?
saying that to me? You weren't doing an example, you were just saying it to me.
I really
Yeah.
love your odor.
love your scent,
It's
yeah.
pungent.
Yeah, your odor. My goodness.
Wait, you
I can't get enough of that odor.
Different.
You
Yeah.
certainly know when you're in the room, Jess.
There's an odor.
There's an odor.
Yeah.
Very pungent.
Yeah. Okay. No, maybe they are different. Maybe they are quite
Yeah.
different, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
what a perfume has a scent,
Yeah.
whereas like
A dog has an
BO,
odor.
body odor,
Yes.
Yeah, you don't call it body scent.
bodies. Oh, I've got body scent.
Yeah, yes. You smell like a body-scented candle.
Yes, that's right. I make candles out of bodies. I've said too much.
So, Nobunaga, he was born the son of a minor daimyo, one of these great leaders, great names. Nobunaga was boisterous and wild as a child and got the nickname the Clown of Owari, where he was from. So people did not take him seriously as a kid. Right. He's a jokester. He's a prankster.
What century are we in?
This is the 16th century. This is the 1500s.
Clowns go a while back, don't they? Think of a clown as a relatively modern thing.
What sort of century are we talking for clowns?
Well, I thought maybe 18th century was when the clowns started getting about, bit of face paint.
Do you think they came from court jesters?
That's true.
'Cause they're very medieval, aren't they?
That's 1,000 years ago or something.
Well,
Clowns go way. Actually, I'm now thinking clowns are ancient.
the first recorded clowns date back to the 5th dynasty of Egypt, around 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they go a ways back.
They were entertaining the royal family and the pharaohs, wearing leopard skins and masks, and imitated a dance to the Egyptian gods.
I am laughing already. That sounds fantastic. Imitating a dance. That is good stuff. Like, I just don't think anything we could do today will live on in 5,000 years. But that still tracks. Leopard
Yeah.
skin, imitating a dance.
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
Funny stuff.
stuff.
Funny is funny.
Yeah.
So he's got the nickname the Clown, but not taken seriously. But when his father died, the Clown succeeded him and went further than anyone could ever have predicted. Now the head of the very powerful Oda clan, named after their pungent smell, he launched a war against other daimyo to unify Japan in the 1560s. Nobunaga was a brilliant military strategist and was an innovator from a young age. He was one of the first Japanese leaders to adopt firearms.
Wait, what?
Apparently liked guns a lot.
And when were guns invented again?
They're relatively young at this time.
Right.
Okay.
Gunpowder's pretty recent. When
Because
Nobunaga...
gunpowder was invented in China, right?
Yeah.
So couldn't Japan's close by.
Yeah, they can probably see it exploding over there.
They're
And go,
probably,
"Hey,
what's that? What's that? Can we have some of
Can I
that?
have some of that?
I can see it.
What's
Oh,
that?
there you go.
What are you going to do?
When Nobunaga was just 15 years old, he was already commanding a specialist corps of 500 soldiers that he had created. Each man had his own matchlock musket. This unit was sent into battle ahead of the other troops and were devastatingly effective. So they'd go out, shoot a bunch of these guns, then retreat, and then everyone else would come in with their, other mechanics of war. As a leader, he was ruthless and did anything to retain power, exemplified when he even ordered the murder of his own brother.
Whoa.
Who's laughing now?
Siblings, am I right?
They were calling... he's the one that got called a clown
Yeah.
by his brother. So he killed his brother.
Well, everyone was calling him a clown as a kid, and now he's grown up to be this military guy's like, kill my brother. I'm imagining their brother was behind it.
Why kill your brother? I think that's not right.
What do you mean?
I don't like how they used to do that. You know, kill brothers and fathers and sisters and mothers. Because people in the end, when it comes down to it, aren't they just like us?
Especially if they're like family, then genetically, very, very
and that's
similar.
why you get rid of them. It's creepy to have two of you.
Yeah.
Ah, true.
Maybe they were twins. Twins are creepy.
Yeah, if it was a twin, then I could understand.
And your twin was going to like frame you for murder because identical twins, you got the same prints or whatever, you know?
You know what this makes me think though?
Same DNA.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly the same. Identical. Dave.
You're supposed to be teaching us something here, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have time to explain genetics
I
to you.
love to learn.
This does make me think though, because I was thinking like leopards and tigers and stuff were dangerous, but I actually think maybe humans are the most dangerous
Most dangerous
animals
animal
of all.
is twins.
Yeah. The Gemini.
Just to give you an idea of the man, this is a paragraph from a Japanese textbook on Nobunaga's personality. He loved great cleanliness in his home.
Okay, no odor.
Yes, he was very scrupulous in giving instructions on all matters. When people spoke to him, he hated long, drawn-out or lengthy preambles and spoke openly with even the most humble and despised servants.
Despised servants. Fuck, I hate that butler.
What are you going to do to be a despised
Like,
servant?
you can fire
get rid of
servants.
But he's talking to the ones he despises or the ones that are just generally known to be
everyone's like,
despised?
Roger, he is awful.
He's awful.
Such a prick.
But bloody hell, the big guy, he'll happily chat to him.
He'll chat openly to
Yeah,
him.
the top dog.
And he'll go on about it too. But he also likes you to get to your point.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, so he'll go on about his point, but he doesn't like preamble.
No preamble. It's only amble.
He's more of a hi, which means yes in Japanese.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's a yes man.
So, continue from the Japanese textbook. He especially liked famous tea ceremony utensils, fine horses,
Yeah. As in alive.
as in, Shogun Lodge.
Well, at that point, probably.
Yeah,
Sexy horses.
In the 1500s.
They were
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, fine. That horse is fine.
He
Look
liked-
at that mane.
He liked swords and falconry.
Okay.
He also loved to see people, no matter how high or low, wrestle naked before him.
You like to see people,
High or
no
low?
matter high or low, what I don't know what that means, wrestle naked.
before him.
High or low status?
Status, I'm
Is
guessing.
that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking he means high or low
Or
status.
height.
Oh. or are they like one's on a building and the other one's like in a hole? He likes to see them nude up and just have it out.
And there was one
How do they do it with a long stick? They one.
What is one on the high building sort of like jump down frog splash and land on
WWE.
yeah,
So.
take him out. Jeff Hardy with a ladder. So I had
You
to
don't want to
include
do that. Did you say frog smash?
Frog splash. Yeah, that's a wrestling move where you dive up, jump off the top rope and sort of do this thing. I don't know
think
why.
it's also isn't that also the name for like smushing your balls up against a window? Am I misremembering?
No, what is that?
That's something like
Yeah.
that. Squash frog?
yeah,
that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Similar.
Squash frog.
That's a pleasure I've yet to experience.
But I think you could work those two together if you're naked wrestling.
Frog splash onto a window.
Yeah. There's a window
that's
between
good.
them.
We have windows in this building, Dave. If you want to put your balls up against
Well, that's
them.
actually why I demand to record in a windowless room, though, so I'm not tempted
Yeah.
until afterwards.
We'd never get anything done
As a
otherwise.
treat.
Yeah, that's off. So anyway, I just had to include that. It's obviously some translation stuff going there from the Japanese textbook with the high or low, but I just thought it's funny he likes people wrestling naked before. Because he seems like such a great guy. He's like, loves chatting to anyone, no matter their status. Also loves making people wrestle naked in front of him.
I always find those kind of descriptions of people interesting as well because obviously it's always written by somebody else, and often it's sort of like a long time after that person's gone. It'll be historians talking about someone and it's based on text and stuff like that. I always wonder like what would be left or what would be said about me, especially if all you have to work on is the podcast, which a peek behind the curtain is me, but a heightened version, you know? There's a character here a little bit.
Yeah, but if
it's
this is all you've
she
got-
was very angry about numbers.
She hated accountants.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't actually factor in too much into my day-to-day life.
That's not true of Bindi Owen, though. You do genuinely have beef.
If I ever see Bindi.
So this naked wrestling loving man, Nobunaga, eventually became powerful enough that he overthrew the Ashikaga shogunate, which remember was like throwing out the government. And this ended a long period of feudal wars by unifying half of the provinces in Japan under his rule. So he was in charge of half of Japan, which is obviously a large territory.
It's big.
According to Britannica, he served as virtual dictator.
By Zoom.
You wore the goggles.
He's dictating with the
VR.
VR headset on.
Oculus Rift.
It's very hard to take him seriously when you're in the room with him. No, I'm crushing a city right now.
You're getting close to a wall there.
He restored stable government and established the conditions that led to the unification of the entire country in the years following his death. So he's a very important man in Japanese history. He did not prescribe to any religion and disdained gods, especially Buddha and other idols, because armed and heavily trained Buddhist monks were some of his biggest threats.
Oh.
According to world history, in a strategy to weaken his opponents, Nobunaga did not hesitate to destroy any Buddhist temples and execute influential Buddhist priests that were associated with or allied to any of his rivals. So he really tried to crush them. However, Nobunaga encouraged the work of Christian missionaries in Japan, as he saw the benefit of European contacts which brought trade and technology such as the firearms he put to such devastating use. He also saw the promotion of Christianity as weakening his Buddhist opponents. So
It's so funny the way religion would be used like that. It's like sort of a networking thing. Yeah, Christian. Yeah, bring the Christians in. I reckon we could do some good business.
yeah,
with
they got
them.
good stuff. They got good stuff.
But not these Buddhists.
Yeah, and I might sort of if we get another major religion here, they might dilute the Buddhists, and I don't have to worry about them anymore.
So he's not religious at all?
No, didn't believe in an afterlife or anything, which apparently was quite uncommon. But yeah, it's just like you're saying, used different religions to his own advantage, and he invited Christians over. Enter the scene a missionary named Alessandro Valignano.
I think you nailed that.
Yeah, without having seen it written down,
I don't think
it's spot on.
anybody could possibly have any notes on that.
Yeah,
I want you-
I can tell that this man is Italian.
Yeah.
Could you repeat?
Right off the bat.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Could you tell he's a Jesuit priest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you repeat back to me what you think I said?
Alessandro.
Carbonara. No, can you say it again one more time and then we'll repeat it perfectly?
Yeah.
This is how I would say it. Alessandro Valignano.
Valignano. It's got both.
Valignano.
It's
That's so good.
Valig.
I need to see
That's
it.
the Valig. And then the Gnano, straight away, Nano. Valignano. Because obviously in my accent, I'd say Valignano. But that doesn't seem right.
Nano. That's where nanotechnology comes from.
Valignano.
That would be Valignan. Yeah, no, you're right, because the GN would be like a ñ sound.
Valignano.
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 Yeah, you are right. That is a hard one.
Yeah.
That is a hard one.
I've got to say it a few times.
But you're right, though. Not that it's a hard one, that you were spot on.
But you're spot on.
And then Jess was spot on it.
Yes.
And then to a lesser degree, I was spot on.
No, hey.
I mean, only less from perfect. You were 100%. I was 99.5.
And that's only because of jet lag, babe.
Yeah. Because I actually have Italian blood in me.
Exactly.
So
That's why I sort of defer to you
Yeah.
on these matters. But I chose this topic. One of the reasons I chose this topic is it's a perfect cross-section of my education. So from prep to grade 6, there was Japanese at my primary school.
Sure.
And then from year 7 to 9, we studied Italian. And this is the perfect cross-circle here.
Fantastic.
Beautiful. So Alessandro Valignano. Miss Salviti would be very impressed
Very
right now.
impressed.
looking back, how would you say her name?
Maybe it's Valignano.
Valignano.
Because
no,
we're
no,
hitting the G and then the GN.
Yeah, Valignano.
Valignano.
That sounds better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right, AJ, edit out all of that. Don't just say it and we'll just go, yeah, nailed it, right? Ready to go?
Yeah.
Alessandro Valignano.
Uh-huh.
Perfection.
Oh, that's good.
That is really good.
An Italian Jesuit priest. Valignano had been dispatched by Pope Gregory XIII, who I am so pleased to say was sexually active.
Yeah.
Yes. One
Of
of our
course.
favourite popes.
Dave, You tell us a man's called Pope Gregory. We know he's sexually active.
Okay. You think anybody can keep their hands off Pope Gregory?
I think, Greg can get it.
Okay. I think Greg can and Greg did get it. Okay. And Greg should get it. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Can we just empower popes a little bit here,
come
please?
on.
I would sit all on the list. Put them all on the list.
Get them laid.
Get in there.
I really think that could probably, maybe loosen some stuff up.
Yeah.
Maybe move the church into the modern
Yeah.
world a little. Let's get him laid. What's the current guy?
Who knows?
Papa Francesco.
Jess, let's rock, paper, scissors. One of us fucks him.
Is it the winner or the loser?
The winner.
Yeah,
because
the
it would be
winner.
an honour.
Yeah.
And a privilege.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll be very good.
So Pope Gregory XIII is on the list of sexually active popes.
I only mean because Jess and I are baptised.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I would have
others.
brought you into it, Dave. But
Yeah, it'd be pretty
I
offensive
understand.
for
As
you.
a heathen.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think
Baptised, confirmed.
If you entered
Okay.
the Pope, Dave, it'd be like you'd sizzle off.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Dick first.
yeah,
Sizzle off.
Sizzle
You
off.
fully sizzle
Dick
off.
first.
like.
Oh no!
You know in
like a
Avengers?
vampire seeing a
Yeah.
crucifix. That's what would happen to you.
You know in Avengers where they blipped?
No!
Don't
Yeah.
enter the Pope, Dave. Whatever you do,
Don't enter the
you
Pope.
will sizzle off cock first.
Sorry, I lost the rock, paper, scissors. So, Pope Gregory XIII, I'm pleased to say, is on the list of sexually active popes. If you're not familiar, that is my favourite Wikipedia page. He even had an illegitimate son.
Yeah.
Also, side note, he also commissioned and is the namesake for the Gregorian calendar. But whatever.
Whoa.
What matters most...
And chance.
No, but what matters most is that he fucked.
Yeah.
He fucked.
He fucked.
We have it confirmed.
Yeah.
With a son who got a lot of honours and...
We've lost listeners, haven't we, in the last couple? I think we've lost a couple.
Surely no one's listening.
True.
From the start, we've acted like no one was listening, and it's worked so far. So let's just keep going.
When people ask us, hey, I'm thinking of starting a podcast, any advice? Pretend, act as if no one is listening.
I mean, we weren't
Pod like
pretending.
no one's listening.
We never
our
pretended.
advice.
It was such a surprise anyone did listen.
Can we get that made on a cushion for our office? Pod like nobody's listening.
That's good.
I think that's nice.
Any macrame's out there? Would macrame be the way you do
No,
it?
probably like a crochet.
Crochet. I think I confused macrame and crochet.
Or even like
macrame with that's what you do with glue and pasta?
No.
That's macaroni may.
Macaroni may.
What about papier-mâché?
That's also
So I
not
love
it.
how the English say it. Papier-mâché.
Papier mache. Oh my god, yeah, because we say paper mache. This has got to be right?
So
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
Papier-mâché.
They say nearly everything better than us. Oh my god, like vitamin.
Yeah, vitamin's
I love
good.
it.
I've
Yogurt.
been really enjoying. That was one of the great things about being over in England for a bit.
The
Just hearing
vitamins.
them talk.
Oh,
It's in their language.
yeah.
It's like this is probably how it's meant to be said.
It's a masterclass, isn't it?
Vitamin.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. So, Greggy 13 sent Alessandro Valignano to inspect the new Roman Catholic missions in Asia, and it was his responsibility to examine and, whenever necessary, reorganize mission structures and methods throughout India, China, and Japan. Quite a large part of the world. He was abnormally tall and would gather crowds in Europe, but even more in Japan, where he focused his efforts, as the population of Japan were much shorter than Europeans at the time, and he was tall for a European dude, so
Right.
he's a very tall guy.
How tall are we talking? 5'6"?
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
It's the 1600s, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't have protein powder.
Yeah, exactly. So
How are they getting swole?
come on, their chickens weren't yet being pumped with growth hormones.
Jessie's showing us her guns.
Yeah, but I actually can't lift my arms any higher than this because I did work out for the first time in about 6 months yesterday.
And it shows.
It's showing.
You are rippling.
Yeah, it's too much, isn't it?
Bubbling
It's
over
too
there.
much.
You're going to pop the Pope's head off
Yeah.
with those thighs.
I think you better do it.
I better do it.
Yeah.
We need him to live. We don't want to martyr this Pope. Don't want to make him a sex martyr.
New wiki page list of popes who died whilst having sex.
Sex martyr's really fun if
Sex
it's minority a thing.
Sex martyr is great. That'd be a good band name.
Yeah, we're the sex martyrs.
Dave did pitch to me the other day starting a band.
Great.
I think we
Have we
should.
got the name?
Who's Sex Martyrs?
Sex Martyr. Fuck, that's good.
That's good stuff.
That's really good.
Pork and the Pope. That's the name of the first EP.
Pork and the Pope.
Dave, do go on.
Okay. So he attracted attention to himself, this guy, Valignano. But someone that would attract even more attention was his attendant / bodyguard that he brought with him to Japan. I'm talking about the man
Lara Croft. I was imagining a really hot lady, and Lara Croft was the first one I thought.
I mean,
so
is there
hot.
any hotter than that?
all of those hot
17 pixels?
Yeah, the hottest pixels you'll ever see.
Oh, remember when I was like, all right, Dave, no, let's let him keep talking, and then I interrupted in about
with
3
Lara
seconds.
Croft.
Sorry. His bodyguard.
I'm talking about the man that would become known as Yasuke or Yasuke, the main character of this week's episode.
Okay.
Not much is known about his early life at all. We don't even know his real-life birth name or where exactly he was born. All we know, it was somewhere in Africa in around 1555.
Okay.
There is speculation that he was from what today is South Sudan or Mozambique, which geographically these places are at least a couple of thousand K apart. So that's quite a big swathe of the land. The Smithsonian adds Ethiopia and Nigeria to the mix.
Okay.
So it is a historical mystery. It's possible that he was abducted from his family as a child by Arab or Indian slave traders and trafficked across the Indian Ocean. But again, we don't know.
Wow.
Historically, he pops up in 1581 as Valignano's attendant and bodyguard and is the first known African person to appear in Japanese historical records. Yasuke and Valignano entered Japan a couple of years earlier in 1579. Thomas Lockley, who has written a book on Yasuke and also has a brilliant Britannica article that I'll link to in the show notes, writes, as his bodyguard in a part of the world that was embroiled in civil war, Yasuke would have been with him for protection during these 2 years. Because missionaries themselves weren't allowed to carry weapons, so he had to employ his own muscle to protect him. Wow. After those years, in early 1581, Valignano and Yasuke wanted to leave Japan, but this was an era before passports, so to do so, they needed, as foreigners, permission to travel from the main man in charge himself, Oda Smelly Nobunaga.
Smelly knob.
I love these people that are considered like all powerful, and then 500 years later, we're just like, oh, smelly knob. We would have had our head cut off if we said that 500 years ago.
The stuff that really gets Dave, though, is often shit like that.
Yeah.
Smelly knob. And it's like, okay, pause for 5 minutes while Dave has a breakdown.
Yeah, because that is really
It would
good.
just be... It'd be because you're like, it wouldn't read like that off the page.
Yes, yeah.
So we're just reinterpreting.
Yeah, for sure, because I've
these
sat with
words.
this all week and I've never had that
But
thought.
it's also
Cool.
often, it's happened to me before as well, where it's like, because I haven't said the name out loud yet, and then I'm writing it a lot, I'm reading it a lot, and then you say it out loud and go, oh no,
Yeah,
oh no, this one's funny and I didn't realise.
Yeah. Did that happen with Bertha Child, the name?
Bertha
Whoever
Child.
wrote it
Oh my
hadn't
God.
realised it then.
What a
We were
name.
just laughing.
Birth a child.
Werner Derner.
Some good names.
So, the two men travelled with a large entourage to Miyako, which is modern-day Kyoto.
Large entourage.
Yeah, sorry. That again, I've sat with that all week. That's a great word. Red combo. So they went to modern-day Kyoto for an audience with the leader to ask, hey, can we leave Japan? Take some stuff with us, kind of thing.
Man, what a pain in the ass to travel. You got to travel to be able to ask to travel.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, just, I mean...
And asked to leave.
Hey, can we leave now?
And we complain.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, we don't complain. I didn't mean to say we complain, but 24-hour flights from Edinburgh
Yeah.
over back to
I
Melbourne.
complain. I complained.
I sat next to her. I can confirm she will complain.
Yeah. There's a lot of this.
Like it was my fault.
I kept going, ding, and they'd come over and go, are we there yet?
How much further?
We'll turn this plane around, young lady.
So this is where Yasuke first enters historical record, as on their journey to the capital, all hell broke loose. The group were mobbed by people clambering to see Yasuke, who was the first African person any of these people had ever seen. He was also a comparative giant to the average Japanese person of the day. He was later measured and recorded to stand about 6'2",
Oof.
which is, at the time, more than a foot taller than the average Japanese man of the 1600s, who was only 5'1".
Wow.
So people really wanted to see Yasuke.
Yeah.
He looked incredible to them.
6'2"'s tall, but today that's like, you're not really standing out at that tall, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going, bloody hell, that guy's fucking tall.
Yeah.
You're not asking a 6'2" person what's the weather like up there, you know?
Hey, do you play basketball?
Yeah. We're talking 6'4", 6'5" onwards.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting that question
There's
every
a
day.
minimum height now.
Yeah.
But I guess if they were a foot taller than the average Australian person, which is, I did look this up, it's like 5'8" or something.
Of course you looked it up.
And then it made me, I was like,
Only to be disappointed that you were not quite there.
Yeah, I'm not quite there, so I wasn't going to bring it up.
You're below average.
No. But if you put a foot taller than that, they're in the 6'8", 6'9" territory.
Huge.
And you're like, you are noticing that person at the shops.
Yes, because they're having to duck through the doorways.
Yeah. So the Jesuit man called Louis Froid, in a letter dated April 14, 1581, reported that buildings in Sakai, in Japan, were damaged by the sheer number of onlookers climbing to catch a glimpse of Yasuke. Furthermore, in Miyako, the crowds jostling caused people to be crushed to death.
What?
And they nearly destroyed a brand new Jesuit church. Such was the commotion caused by seeing this man.
People are climbing buildings and damaging buildings to look at a man.
But we've got to remember, they didn't have a lot going on.
Yeah, there probably wasn't a train in town that week.
Exactly. The train hadn't come in town yet. So they just had to look at men.
Wow.
Whoa, a man!
Just a tall man.
Tall man.
That's bizarre.
They were. It blew their mind. In his Britannica article, Thomas Lockley speculates that the people may have seen Yasuke as a form of divine visitor due to the fact that the Buddha and other holy figures were portrayed as black-skinned in Japan at this time. And they've never seen an African person ever in their lives. Mm-hmm. So some of them are being like, is this a god that's come to Earth?
Right, yeah.
Hence the commotion. And he's also an absolute unit.
Yeah.
The leader, Nobunaga, smelly knob, heard of the riot and ordered its cause to be brought before him. And they were like, oh, great, we wanted to chat to you anyway. Nobunaga had also never seen a person with black skin before and couldn't believe what he was seeing. And he actually had his attendants scrub Yasuke to make sure he wasn't covered in artificial pigment or paint. And of course, he wasn't.
Wow.
And again, yeah. Very problematic now.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't get away with that these days. Wouldn't get away with
Yeah,
that.
full on in a modern lens.
Honestly, you can't
It
do
is
anything
full on.
anymore, can
Back
you?
in the 1500s, and he's just checking because
I'm just checking.
I'm just checking.
I've just checked. Okay.
Okay.
I should have taken your word for it.
that is weird.
Fucking hell.
Again from Britannica, Nobunaga called for 3 of his sons who happened to be nearby and held a banquet to welcome this astonishing visitor, finally rewarding Yasuke with a large sum of money.
Just for being tall and black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. What a time. There must have been somewhere I could have gone. Red beard.
Yeah.
If I could go time travel, go to the place where I can just get money for looking different,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Surely people there must have been like, why don't I go to where he's from?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get the
really
same
blow
deal.
their freaking minds.
Yeah, that's right. Like a swap.
Yeah. I could be... Maybe they'll think I'm a god.
Yeah, they might be like, whoa, look at this short Japanese guy. Wow.
They already know he's Japanese. Oh, it's a Japanese guy. Oh, cool. What are you doing over here?
Yeah, you get there and you're like, oh, there's already a lot of Japanese people. Fuck, I've come a long way for nothing. Nobunaga also gave the man the name that history remembers him at Yasuke. So we actually don't know what he was called before this.
Yep. Yasuke.
And I hope I'm saying, I actually watched the video of our mate.
Oh, Yasuke.
The name we are pronouncing today is...
Man, I could listen to that guy.
I could listen to your impression of that guy all day. It's
that's
so
all right.
good.
I pointed to Matt, I was like, we got to hear it.
Just the today is so good.
Yeah.
Matt does it perfectly.
He sort of, the way he sort of gets,
Yeah.
like, he rides like a wave.
And welcome back.
Oh.
There's got to be a minimum amount of time that the video has to be or something, because he just always has this
Yeah.
incredible long lead up.
But what nationality is that guy? Because he also has like a beautiful,
Such a lovely voice.
like, and he's got like there's a hint of an accent. But he'll take on Irish words and French and Italian and German. Like, he'll do anything.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Who is this guy?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Man, his name, I've just looked it up. If you haven't come across this guy before. Maybe you don't have to pronounce words you'd not come across on podcasts. His name is Julian Mikel. He's got 1.63 million subscribers.
I mean, I don't think I'm subscribing.
And so we're all like, I would die for this guy. I'm not going to subscribe.
Well, but like, I don't need to be notified when he's got a new video out.
It's more specific stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it?
He's got more than 54,000 videos. But they've been viewed 759 million times.
Holy shit. He's really hit a good niche there. I like it.
Do you think he's just in a booth somewhere just banging
Reading the
them
dictionary.
out? Oh, man.
He's described
listen to that.
as a French YouTuber and winemaker.
Oh my God.
Oh my
I
God.
love this guy. I'm subscribing. Okay, it's done. I'm subscribing from the Do Go On account.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's a wine blogger as well. In 2015,
Blogger.
Oh, my God.
the website founded by him was awarded 2015's Best New Wine Blog by Wine Bloggers Conference.
Vlogging is wasting his talents. He's got a vlog.
I know, but like, what if he's ugly?
Oh.
I can confirm.
Is there a picture of him?
Yeah, he's not ugly.
I'm gonna. Okay, hang on. Okay, I want to just solidify what I think he looks like, and then can you show me a picture, please?
I'll just tell you once you've solidified, I'll tell you how I picture him.
Okay.
I picture him as like pretty similar to the monk actor, Tony Shalhoub.
Okay, there's a bit of the shaluba maybe.
Yeah, I get like
I'm imagining a salt and
Shalhoub-ish.
pepper. I'm not sure about facial hair. I think I've often imagined a mustache, but maybe not. And I am thinking bespeckled.
Oh, as in got freckles.
Okay, this is what he looks like. With the wine there.
Oh, do you mind zooming in on this man?
I will say he looks
like Tim Robbins.
he's a bit of a he does. He looks like
yeah.
a French Tim Robbins.
He looks like French Tim Robbins.
He said that hasn't shocked me that he looks like that.
It has shocked me. It's disappointed me bitterly, and I'm unsubscribed.
Sorry. Yeah, well, he just lost a subscriber there. Sorry, Julian Mikel.
He looks serious about his wine, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, well, in 2015, he was also named one of the 10 most influential winemakers in the world.
Whoa.
Okay, that was a fun detour.
Sorry, yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
Gotta add France to the next European tour. Just see if we can.
Love that. So we can meet up with Julian.
Yeah.
For a wine.
Yeah, so
Maybe you can come on as a guest.
Today we are here to talk about...
There's only one comment, and that's not how it's said. You drop the U, it's pronounced Yasuke. And then someone else has replied, actually, the second comment is, no, the U is short-spoken, but not, capitals, dropped. It becomes voiceless. So I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, and I apologise.
That's confusing. Yeah. I'm not sure I fully follow.
So what you need to know is Nobunaga, he takes a liking to Yasuke and wanted him to stay and gave him a house, servants, a sword, and an allowance.
And this is because he's just a big guy.
He's a big guy, but I think they did start chatting a bit. He's picked up a bit of Japanese in these couple of years there. They just got on.
Right.
Sounds like Smelly Knob was quite nice.
Yeah. If you're not his enemy, very nice, apparently.
Yeah, because
Like me.
You're the smelly knob of this podcast.
I mean, I would say that's probably true.
But he also killed. Didn't he kill? He used to go kill Buddhists. And now this guy, some people are like, oh, I think it's maybe a Buddha or someone coming back. But he likes him.
Yeah.
I guess he's trying to get in with the god. Or does he not think he's a god?
Well, yeah, remember, he's the one who doesn't believe in any gods.
Oh, yeah. So he's not thinking he's a god.
Yeah. He just thinks he's a big man.
Yeah.
And he likes big men.
Oh, yeah.
Smelly Knob.
So because he gave him all these sort of titles, house, servant, sword, and allowance as well, this made him one of Nobunaga's samurai, as in 16th century Japan, the title of samurai spoke to rank and was loosely defined as a warrior in the service of a lord or another warrior.
Ah, I see.
So a bit of a background here. In Japanese, historical warriors are usually referred to as bushi, meaning warrior, or buke, meaning military family. Originally, the word samurai referred to anyone who served the emperor and the imperial family, or the imperial court nobility, even in a non-military capacity. It was not until the 17th century, which is a bit after this, that the term gradually became a title for military servants of warrior families, so that, according to Michael Wirt, a warrior of elite status in pre-17th century Japan would have been insulted to be called a samurai.
Ah.
But in modern day usage, bushi is often used as a synonym for samurai, so they've become a similar thing. But at the time, in this time, if you'd said, you're a samurai, you'd be like, whoa, what?
What did you call me?
Yeah, what did you say?
I want to take us
Wow.
outside.
By the time of Nobunaga, samurai are no longer referred to those serving the shogun or the emperor, possibly because Nobunaga's gotten rid of the shogun, and anyone who distinguished themselves in war could become samurai regardless of their social status. Samurai and samurai culture have been excessively romanticized since the 18th century, and because of popular culture, there are quite a few myths about samurai, including that they are referred to as bushi, samurai, or that sort of stuff.
And that Tom Cruise was one.
Yeah, and that some of them were pizza cats.
Mm.
Oh,
Those are the big
that
myths.
one's
That's
true.
actually true.
That one's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's undeniable.
Okay. When did the pizza cats come about? When did they play into this?
Well, as someone who studied both Japanese and Italian, I feel I'm perfectly suited to answer this question.
It would have been right around that time that show was on too, I imagine.
Yeah. And if we had nothing else to do in class, Miss Salvini would obviously put on Samurai Pizza Cat.
All right, you can learn from... this is our main source of material this term. Season 2, Samurai Pizza Cats. Here we go. Samurai Pizza Cats. Is that right?
I actually never saw it.
No, I don't. I've never seen it.
I'm picturing the intro, but I can't remember much about it either.
I want to look them up because I reckon they're probably really cute. I also just want to say my Italian teacher did used to just put on Italian soap operas for us sometimes.
Was that fun? Or
It
at
was
the time you
awesome.
probably
She also
you didn't
cooked
like
for
it?
us as well.
Oh my God.
She was the fucking best.
That's great.
What you cook, like sausage rolls?
Yeah. No, pasta.
Oh my God, the best. How good was the pasta we had in Leeds?
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic. We actually accidentally were staying on the street of Leeds' top-rated restaurant on Google.
Yes.
It was so good.
That was nice.
And it was fantastic Italian. Very nice service. They were lovely there.
They were
And the
lovely.
food was really good.
At one point we thought there was a power outage, but they were just surprising some people with a happy birthday song. It felt like they were kind of pranking them. I couldn't quite fully get what
And
was
there were
going
two
on.
tables celebrating birthday, so when I got to happy birthday dear everyone.
So it was nice to celebrate our birthdays.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been celebrated.
Yeah.
So quite a few myths about samurai. One of the foremost is samurai's code of loyalty. Despite the rampant romanticism of the 20th century, samurai could be disloyal and treacherous. E.g., stay tuned for a bit of that later in the story.
Oh, a bit of sizzle.
They could be cowardly or brave. Not surprising. They were human after all, and there were thousands of different
The
people.
most dangerous animals of all.
And the most cowardly.
Most cowardly. But there are many, many true stories of them displaying great courage and loyalty to their masters. So it's not like it's a complete myth. It's just that they're not all one thing.
Yeah.
When I think of the samurai, I think of the samurai sword. And I wondered if this was actually as closely associated as film and popular culture had me believe. So I looked into it a little bit. According to worldhistory.org, despite the sword's long history in myth and legend, it was actually the bow that was considered the primary weapon on the Japanese battlefield for much of the country's history. And then also the spear was quite popular. The situation lasted until the Mongol invasions of the late 13th century. They went everywhere, man. Which gave swords the opportunity to shine on a more frenetic battlefield than Japan had witnessed previously. The long and super sharp Japanese swords proved far more effective than the Mongol short swords, and neither could the invaders' light armor withstand the fearsome slashing blade of the samurai sword.
Wow.
So that's when it became, quintessential.
More Leonardo than Donatello.
Yes. Now you're putting in my language. Not Samurai Pizza Cats, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
And how many Olympic swimming pools?
How long were these swords? It was just after the period when our story is set that swords became exclusively associated with the samurai. After 1588, when Toyotomi Hideyoshi promoted a lasting peace by forbidding anyone but members of the warrior class from carrying weapons.
Oh, wow.
So basically, if you've got the sword, you are a samurai because you're the only one who's allowed to have one. The bow was also cheaper and accessible to ordinary foot soldiers, so the more exclusive sword became known as the soul of the samurai, and the swords became symbols themselves and were passed down through families, some of them very valuable. The samurai were skilled with their blades, that's definitely true, and practiced cutting objects with a single blow using bamboo and bundles of hay as target practice. They also infamously tested that their blades were still sharp by beheading total strangers on the roadside. A nasty habit, this is again from world history, known as this one's hard. Sushigiri, or cutting down at the crossroads.
Wow.
And that's not myth?
No, that's true,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
It's not like they all did it, but there's some...
You'd
there's
just be
evidence.
sitting at a red light in your car.
In your convertible, unfortunately, the top is down.
Well, sun's out. It's
Yeah,
a beautiful
sun's out,
day.
yeah.
The UV is low, you know? It's early in the morning.
It's a perfect combination.
Just enjoying a little bit of vitamin D. Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
D.
And then, the samurai rocks up.
Chops me head off.
Oh, what? I was using that for driving. How am I meant to drive now?
And now...
Use that for looking.
Oh, I have to get my brother here to drive.
That's
Oh,
my
you
na-
chopped his head off as well. Fuck.
My sat-nav's no good without me head.
I can hear the instructions. Turn left. When? When do I turn left?
Where are you hearing it, Dave?
Down my neck hole.
We have a very sophisticated understanding of the human body.
Yeah, I know how it works.
Okay.
You chop a head off, you can still hear stuff.
Of course, down
Yeah.
the neck hole.
Well, it turns out that samurais were a bit mad for cutting off people's heads, especially the head of a worthy rival on the battlefield, which was a source of great pride and recognition. Like, if you could take out a strong warrior's head, that's a real point for you. There was a detailed ritual to beautify the severed heads. They'd collect them all up. First, they were washed and combed.
Put the makeup on them.
Well, once this was done, the teeth were blackened by applying a dye called ohaguro. The reason for blackening the teeth was that white teeth was a sign of distinction, so applying a dye to darken them was a desecration. Sort of like,
Oh my God.
I'm powerful, I've chopped off this guy's head.
When
I mean, do you need to desecrate it anymore? It's a severed head.
It is interesting that you wash and comb, you put that
Yeah.
effort in, you give them a great fancy new do, but the teeth,
Yes.
no thank you.
When I was a kid, I had like a doll's head, probably like a big head thing, and you could do her hair and makeup.
And it was just like a floating head.
Yeah, sort of like what like hairdressers use, those mannequin head type things to practice. I had one of those.
And you'd lopped it off on a battlefield.
of
hadn't you? Yeah.
course.
Did you blacken the teeth
Yeah.
to show your dominance?
I made that girl very ugly.
Okay.
Unintentionally, just trying something new, cutting off clumps of hair.
It'll grow back. So you say you're trying to comfort her? Yeah, hey, it'll
it's
grow
hair.
back. It's hair. It'll grow back.
So I read heaps of samurai stories this week. None related to pizza cuts, I'm sorry to say. But I wanted to share one of my faves about a guy called Sugahara Bokuden, who was an absolute legend who was considered one of the most deadly samurai. He fought in 9 duels, 37 battles, and he later died undefeated of natural causes at the age of 82. And this is just before Yasuke arrived in Japan. He died in 1571. But this is a story from Bokuden. In one anecdote recorded in the Koyu Gunkan, Bokuden was challenged by a mannerless ruffian. When asked about his style, Bokuden replied that he studied the style of no sword. The ruffian laughed and insultingly challenged Bokuden to fight him without a sword. Bokuden then agreed to fight the man without his sword, but suggested they row out to a nearby island on Lake Biwa to avoid disturbing others. The ruffian agreed, but when he jumped from the boat to the shore of the island, drawing his blade, Bokuden pushed the boat back out, leaving the ruffian stranded on the island. Bokuden explained, "This is my no-sword school."
That's pretty good.
So, you'd be there going, "Come back!" I love that.
Got him.
Absolutely got him. Yeah, I say that he fought in 9 duels, 9 separate islands, each man just left on his own.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one website platform to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether it's your first ever website or your business is expanding, Squarespace makes it ezy to create a beautiful website and engage with your audience.
I like the idea of a business expanding, like it's out of control.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh God, oh no. But in this space, it's good.
It's a good thing.
Squarespace makes it easy to connect your social and multimedia accounts to your website in just a few clicks. As icons, direct links, or embedded feeds. Sellers can also sync their product catalog directly with Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Google. I'm familiar with all of these. To reach more customers and reduce the steps for a purchase.
Squarespace has introduced design intelligence, which at first I was like, what could that mean? But let me break it down. Basically, it's the culmination of 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential.
2 decades. What does that go back to? The 80s?
Oh, boy.
Oh, we got some catching up to do. Design intelligence empowers anyone, including Matt, to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs and craft a bespoke digital identity to use across one's entire online presence. Keep it the same.
That's so good. I love the word bespoke. Makes me think of a bike wheel. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place. Onboarding is fast and simple. Get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Yes, please.
I'll take 2.
Head to squarespace.com/do-go-on for a free trial and to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/do-go-on.
Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite. And right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, score an extra $30 off with promo code HOLIDAY. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience. And the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more. Save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off with promo code HOLIDAY. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com. And an extra $30 off with promo code HOLIDAY. Minimum purchase may apply.
So that's sort of a background of samurai. Some debate whether Yasuke can be classed as an actual samurai, but most experts seem to agree that by the definition of the time, Yasuke had been made a samurai by Nobunaga. There are people on Reddit who will disagree with this.
Oh, well, they're who I trust.
Oh, he wasn't a real samurai. But Nobunaga made him a samurai. He counted thousands of samurai in his rank as his own personal army. But historically, Yasuke is very special because he was the first non-Japanese samurai in history. The Chronicle of Lord Nobunaga, a 17th century book written by one of his followers, describes Yasuke as appearing to be about 26 or 27 years old. This man looked robust and had a good demeanour. What is more, his formidable strength surpassed that of 10 men.
Wow.
That's really strong.
Yeah.
That's slightly stronger than Jess?
Yeah, probably.
What are you, like, high 7s, 8s?
I'm not really at my peak anymore.
Yeah.
Slowing down in my old age, but yeah.
Yeah, he's peaking. He's 26, 27.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
How was he described again? Robust, good demeanour.
Had a good demeanour.
And stronger than...
But 10 men.
Sort of sounds like a description of my dog.
It's true.
Robust.
Yeah.
Great demeanour.
Yeah.
Maybe not stronger than 10 men, but like much stronger than you'd think he would be.
Yeah, for the size for 10 other dogs.
You know, that's a cute little dog. What's he? 6, 7 kilos? No, 18.
Whoa.
And he is powerful.
Yeah, you said he's powerful enough to maybe pull you over.
He
if you
has
wanted
done
to.
that before.
Which is, if you meet Jess's dog, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's little. But he's mighty.
He's not very big. And he's so low to the ground,
And he's about
too.
28 years old in dog years.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He's a nugget, right? That's the key.
Yeah, he's a nugget.
Very nuggety.
So I'm just putting it into terms I can understand.
Yeah,
and
great.
for me, that's my dog.
Your dog. Or Olympic swimming pools.
That's right.
They're your 2 scales. One very small, one very
quite
large.
big. Or how many MCGs?
Yeah, even bigger.
Even big. That's for really big stuff.
So Yasuke was already a skilled warrior with incredible strength, and he likely underwent additional martial arts training upon joining Nobunaga's army. So I can only
Wow.
he would have been a sick fighter. And he became a trusted member of Nobunaga's inner circle. According to Thomas Lockley, who again is the expert, Nobunaga's personal entourage was probably about 30 to 50 warriors, his posse that travelled with him, many of whom were also his lovers.
Ah.
However, there's no evidence that Yasuke was also one of the lovers.
But there's no evidence that he wasn't.
Exactly, that's right.
So that's nice.
Hey.
Because again, like popes, I just want everyone to get some.
Everyone should get some.
If you want it.
Oh, yeah. If you don't want it.
If you don't want it, don't get it.
Yeah, fine.
That's
if you don't
absolutely
want it, that's fine.
No, Matt, it is fine.
Yeah, that's fine if you don't
No,
want
Matt,
it.
Matt, like your tone's coming across like it's not fine.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
That's better.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we fixed it.
AJ,
can you fix that in post? Can you fix Matt's tone in post?
Like, if you don't want it, it's fine. Right?
No, we're getting further away from it again now, I think, yeah. That's okay, we'll work on it.
It's fine.
But yeah, hopefully those two were fucking.
I hope
if
so.
they wanted to.
If they wanted to, yeah, absolutely right. Yasuke served as a kind of bodyguard to Nobunaga and was granted the honour of being his sword bearer and became among a very select group of people allowed to dine with the leader.
There, they're fucking.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's the sword bearer. He's allowed to hold the sword.
Wink, wink.
We're not talking about a samurai sword here, mate. Okay? We're talking about a smelly knob sword, okay?
Yeah,
see? It gets him. We've said smelly knob 8 times.
Yeah, but
He's
smelly knob
loving it.
sword. That is good. You've taken it to the next level. The next disgusting level.
What's disgusting about
What's
that?
disgusting about smelly knob?
What the hell, Dave?
Smelly knob sword.
What the heck?
I like that a lot. Father Laurencio Mexia wrote in a letter to Father Pero de Fonesca,
Wow.
dated the 8th of October 1581. It doesn't really matter who these guys are, but he wrote a letter describing Nobunaga and Yasuke. He said, Yasuke understood a little Japanese, and Nobunaga never tired of talking to him. And because he was strong and had a few skills, Nobunaga took great pleasure in protecting him and had him roam around the city of Kyoto with his attendant. So they would just walk around together, and he was like the number one bodyguard.
Nice.
/ possible lover, we don't know.
I reckon. If they want to.
Yeah, Nobunaga took great pleasure in protecting him.
Yeah.
Could be something happening here.
Come on.
From April to May 1582, the Oda Nobunaga's clan launched an expedition against his old enemy called Takeda Katsuyori, who had once been a powerful daimyo, but after a series of defeats had little supporters left. The Oda army was led by Nobunaga's eldest son, whose name was Nobutada, who defeated Katsuyori once and for all, and upon victory, Nobunaga, with Yasuke at his side, toured the new territory under his control. So they're travelling together. They're getting out, seeing the sights.
You don't travel with people you're not fucking.
And what a fantastic 3 weeks it was. What a fantastic 3 weeks.
Yeah, there's a reason why they left me over there for a week. Needed a little rest.
Yeah. But Matt, keen to keep going solo.
Traveling by myself. But still traveling. I was fucking myself. That was... Okay.
No, that was implied. We all got it.
Is that what you want?
But
You gotta get the Vatican City on the next tour. That's
oh my God.
Yeah, because we have some stuff to tell them.
yeah.
Guys, get fucking.
That's got to be the first live podcast in the Vatican City, surely. We were. Like, with an audience and everything, do you think?
No, they would have.
Walking tours. What are walking tours if not live podcasts?
I reckon the Pope would have the Popecast. Is there a Popecast?
The Pope's got to have a podcast.
Surely. I think they've got their own radio station.
Yeah. What's a podcast if not radio?
They're potting it.
A very different, actually, Josh.
Not according to how I explain my job to grandparents.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a radio show, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for your phone or whatever. Yeah.
That's
And
very
people
true.
listen? Yes, Nan. Yes, they do.
And people.
I hope. And people actually listen to that. Yeah.
Yeah, what a question. Really?
Really? Because I couldn't think of anything worse.
my
but
gosh.
Listening to you.
Ugh.
I do it because I'm your nan.
They use their
Are they all your nan?
And I turned my hearing aids down.
So by this point, Nobunaga had half of Japan under his control, and the next month, June 21st, 1582, the powerful leader and a small group of about 30 followers, including Yasuke, headed west to another major front, because he's constantly fighting battles and all that, because he wants all of Japan, to another major front against the Mori clan in what is now the Okayama Prefecture. They headed for the Honnoji Temple in Kyoto, his usual resting place, where he stopped by in the capital. Nobunaga was unprotected at Honnoji as he was deep within his own territory and presumed himself to be safe. He's the top dog. This is my little residence in the temple. I'm going to be safe.
Unprotected, deep. We've recontextualized everything now. Dave, you're going to have to choose your words more carefully than this, please.
Yeah.
The only people he had around him were court officials, merchants, upper-class artists, and dozens of servants.
That's all he had around him. And then
Okay.
you just list people for a week.
We're keeping it intimate. Okay, keeping it small. We're having a small wedding, 200 tops.
But most of those people, they're not soldiers. He dispatched most of his soldiers to take part in various campaigns because he's fighting all over the place. Only a small personal force was left to protect him, and there was little fear, that anyone could strike Nobunaga. So security measures were weak. They've got nothing to worry about. Mm-hmm. It was at this point that one of Nobunaga's vassals that owned land and had his own army and was under his control technically, decided to rebel against him. A certain Akechi Mitsuhide, the poster boy for the treacherous samurai that I foreshadowed earlier.
Oh, treachery is
He's
afoot.
supposed to be one of Nobunaga's, loyal men.
He's good boys.
Exactly.
Don't tell me he's going to be one of these bad boys.
Well, you tell me whether you think this is a good boy or a bad boy right here.
Yeah, let's find out.
He took his part of the army and headed towards the temple in Kyoto on the pretense that he was going to help Nobunaga.
Okay, good boy.
So far, so good.
So,
But,
Pretense makes me a little nervous.
yeah, but so far, good.
next sentence, but he had bad intentions.
Now I'm starting to worry.
Yeah.
And even stopped for a session of Renga, which is a form of collaborative poetry writing where you take it in turns to write lines of haiku-style poetry. And Mitsuhide got together with a bunch of professional poets and spat some rhymes about how he was about to ambush Nobunaga.
He stopped to let people know about it. Wow, he's feeling pretty confident.
He's very confident,
isn't it?
yeah.
Hey, write this down. And then I killed him. But make it rhyme.
That's good stuff. It's a bit like us doing a Patreon section.
And then I killed him.
I'll read the name. You do this. It's the same.
Yeah.
We work very
it's a
collaboratively.
collaboration.
We're a
Rengan.
team.
It's basically a Renga.
It's also how we make love.
Collaborative.
Very
Renga style.
collaborative.
Yeah,
And then you do this. And I do this.
Ranga style.
I do all my lovemaking Ranga style. Lovemaking? That felt wrong.
Yeah, I
Of
liked
all the
it.
things we've said so far, that
weirdest.
was the bit that made me feel uncomfortable. We don't make love.
Mitsuhide led 13,000 soldiers to ambush the resting Nobunaga and invaded the temple from all sides from about 6 a.m. The small group in the temple awoke to the sound of fighting and had no idea what was going on because they felt extremely protected. They thought there was some fighting going on in the streets, like local people. They didn't realize that they were under attack, but they quickly realized and they bravely fought back, but they were hopelessly outnumbered. And when the whole temple was on fire and seeing no way out, Nobunaga, the man thought untouchable, committed seppuku, which was seen as the honorable method of taking one's life, practiced by men of the samurai class in feudal Japan. According to samurai philosophy, it was better to die with honor by your own hands rather than be defeated by the enemy. It probably also avoided you getting tortured, to be honest.
Yeah.
It involves taking a small knife and cutting into your own stomach, and often, because that's quite painful and would take a long time to die, an attendant would decapitate you,
Oh, geez.
which is obviously much quicker.
Yeah.
But you can still hear.
Yeah, down the neck hole.
Yeah. Some speculate that Yasuke himself may have been involved in the ritual by decapitating his leader or some of the other attendants who also committed seppuku. He also may have taken and hidden Nobunaga's head to avoid it falling into his enemy's hands where it would have been paraded around.
Yeah.
Because that's quite like a symbol. When
Yeah.
you defeat your enemy, just grab the head and
I really
show it off.
I really thought this was heading towards our man Yasuke.
Yeah.
Just taking them all down single-handedly.
Me too. Me too.
you?
Yeah.
You thought it was going to be him versus 13,000 soldiers.
I thought this was going to be like some real legend-making time.
I forgot there was 13,000.
Yeah, I don't know if I remembered 13,000.
I don't know if I was listening at that bit, but I was imagining a small squad.
Yeah.
And they go in there very confident and cocky, and our man just beats the shit out of them.
Yeah,
But
that
what
would
he did was he hid the head.
It's possible that Nobunaga's last request might have been like, hey, can you make sure they don't get my head?
So I don't want these teeth blackened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got them whined.
Oh, I'm sorry to say that he didn't kill 13,000 people.
How many did he kill?
Possibly one.
Whoa!
His master.
Yeah, no.
Possibly one. No, I think they fought back a bit, but it's difficult to defeat that many people when you're surrounded. And they set fire to the temple. This whole betrayal is known as the Honnoji Incident and changed the course of Japanese history, and is actually still a mystery as to why Mitsuhide betrayed Nobunaga in the first place.
Is it a mystery? It's not just a power grab?
Well, he did grow power after this, so...
Where's the mystery? We'll know. We'll never know.
We'll never know. Still today, nobody can figure it out.
True. As for Yasuke, he chose not to escape and ran to Nobunaga's son Nobutada, who was barricaded inside the nearby Imperial Villa, sort of an adjoining building. Still hopelessly outnumbered, they fought on, but their efforts were in vain as they were mercilessly bombarded with volleys of fire from the roof of an adjacent residence. So Nobutada, the son of Nobunaga, and also his heir, also committed seppuku. So I guess that technically he was briefly in charge for a few minutes. Yasuke was eventually captured by Mitsuhide's men, but Mitsuhide saw him and released Yasuke, who suggested that because he wasn't Japanese, his life should be spared. And there are no historical documents to show the true meaning of this statement. It's not known whether it was a sign of his discriminatory mindset, to be like, don't even worry about him, he's not even Japanese, or he wanted to save his life. Or if it's like, oh, don't take his life, spare him, he's not Japanese. We don't know whether it was like a sign of respect or disrespect.
Right.
Yeah.
Gee, but either way, everything's turning out all right for him. Just, you're not from around here.
Yeah.
We'll kill everyone else.
Yeah.
Here's some more cash, though.
Oh, just a tourist, wrong place, wrong time.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, I was just looking for a 7-Eleven. Anyway, no? Okay.
What you want to do is become really helpful. However, people ask you a direction on it, and you feel like it feels nice to be able to help someone.
Yeah.
It happened to me a couple of times in England. I'm like, to be honest, I've never been in Leicester before.
Yeah.
But I do have Google Maps.
Let's figure it out. Let's do this. My parents tell a story of getting off the train in London, and they weren't quite sure where they were, and so they went up to a person and just said, "Hi, excuse me, do you know where such and such is?" And she looks at it, she figures it out on her phone. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's just up that way." And they noticed she had an Australian accent, and they're like, "Oh, you're Australian. How long have you been here for?" She's about 10 minutes. She just got off the train too. And they're like, "Thank you." Okay, thank you.
And they're like, what is that magic machine you've got in your hand?
Wow.
That's great. She could have fibbed a little.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, from around here.
Yeah, I live here.
Man, I am laughing at to why worldhistory.org does say, we don't know why Mitsuhide...
Yeah, it's a mystery, but yeah.
It does say, Mitsuhide declared himself to be the successor to Nobunaga. You're right, he just wants to be the top. Yeah. But they write, it's a mystery. We'll never know. It's so funny.
We'll never know how it happened.
The man he just ambushed and killed, but he thought, I don't know why I did this, but now I've done it. I guess I'm the boss.
I guess so. Oh, I didn't think this through. Oh, heavy is the head.
He had apparently banked on Nobunaga's top general, Hideyoshi, being tied up with a battle a long way against the Mori. He's like, I'll take over. The main army's so far away, they won't be able to come back and take me out. But when Hideyoshi heard of the coup, he quickly signed a peace deal with the Mori. He's like, don't worry about this, and raced his army back to meet the great betrayer, Mitsuhide, who probably shat himself at this point. They faced off in a battle, but many of Mitsuhide's men abandoned him, and the ones that remained were crushed by the much larger army led by General Hideyoshi. Mitsuhide himself was killed as he fled the battle, and Hideyoshi declared himself to be the new top dog and Nobunaga's successor.
Right, so it was a waste of time.
Yeah, well, for everyone except General Hideyoshi, who is now in charge. And Hideyoshi would continue his predecessor's plan of unifying Japan, a process which was not finally completed until the rule of his own successor, Tokugawa Ieyasu, who established the Tokugawa shogunate from 1603, which eventually gave Japan about 250 years of peace. There's an old Japanese saying that translates as, Nobunaga mixed the cake, Hideyoshi baked it, and Ieyasu ate it.
Oh, if you're going to do one of the three,
I'd eat it.
I'd eat it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, you get 250 years of legacy.
Ah,
And it's
fantastic.
called,
nice.
it's called the, yeah.
So if you're going to go back in time, maybe that's a good period to go back to.
Yeah. Okay,
That
great.
250 years of peacetime.
Yeah.
Like-
250 years of eating cake.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
Make, bake, eat.
Yep. Okay, great one. I'm going
Yes.
to... I'm going to marry, eat.
Yep. I'm with you there.
I'm going to... What's it? What? Make, bake?
Make, yeah.
I'm gonna kill, make.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck, bake.
Right. I think I'm going to fuck, make, and kill, bake.
But marry,
Marry,
eat.
marry, eat.
I think, yeah, it would be unwise to fuck bake. That sounds like you're going to melt away, much like me and the Pope.
Yeah. Plus, the batter, you can lick the spoon.
Oh, I love. So, yeah, they're three very famous people in...
I think it's a good question and need to be.
yeah.
Whether or not AJ leaves this in, I
That's up
still
to
have
AJ.
no idea. Haven't listened to an AJ edit in quite a while.
A lot of trust for AJ now.
Yeah, don't really know what his tastes are like. If
Yeah.
he's like,
He's like, a lot of rambling here.
chop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's a fan of cake, bake, make, eat, whatever.
Dave,
Are you a fan of it, Dave? You don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, what's your answer?
What's your answer, Dave?
Oh, so I would probably fuck, eat,
Yep. Oh.
kill, bake,
Yeah.
marry, make.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to be different to what you two said.
Sure.
So yeah, long-term relationship with the making.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was getting rid of that because I was imagining it's messy.
Right.
So I'm imagining I'm skipping the mess of the kitchen.
But for me-
I'm just putting it in the oven and then I'm eating cake.
But for me, life is messy, and it is
And for
what
me,
you make.
fucking is messy.
That's true of both of you.
Yeah.
And for me, life is neat and clean and
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
Spotless
delicious.
and delicious.
And sliceable.
Yep. Fuck, now I want cake.
I know, I'm so hungry for cake.
Let's get a cake.
Can we get cake somehow?
We go to that cafe around the corner, they probably do cake.
Yay!
They
You
do
mean-
little cakes.
Cake cafe?
Cake cafe.
What do they do in there?
In the Cake District. On 3rd.
So yeah, those three guys are very important to Japanese history because they're the ones that they're seen as the three great unifiers. But what about Yasuke? Well, he had become a ronin, that is, a samurai without a master.
Oh.
But just like the start of his life, we don't know much from here. We do know his life was spared after the coup and that he did not die, as Louis Froid wrote 5 months after the Honoji incident, thanking God that he did not lose his life. However, there are no historical sources about him since then, and it's not clear what happened to him afterwards. Because he's no longer hanging out with Nobunaga, who's the top dog who people write things about.
So only while he was in his life, really, do we know he even
Yeah, that's
existed?
the only reason we do know is because he was so close to the top dog that had like scholars and writers and
Wow.
Jess, you're our Marvel
Expert.
expert. I was
Yep.
going to say Noah.
Expert.
Expert's an
Yeah.
even more real word.
Uh-huh.
Ronin, is that what Hawkeye became at some point or something? Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Dave, what were you saying? Is that
I have no idea.
that feels like I thought I saw that, but maybe
Like in the
think he'd be-
series,
yeah,
which I didn't watch.
oh, maybe it was on his series.
Yeah, maybe.
The Christmas, because I love a Christmas show.
Is there a Christmas?
Hawkeye's TV show was a Christmas show.
Ah, great. Well, I'll
You
give
know
it a
what-
watch.
I know what you're doing this Christmas.
Yep.
the Clint Barton incarnation of Ronin appears in the Marvel Cinematic
I was
Universe.
just about to say, his name's Clint. I didn't even know his surname. I think his name's Clint.
Batman's also called Bruce Wayne. What are the chances? There's another Bruce and appears in Avengers Endgame and the Disney Plus series Hawkeye.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. I did not lose my mind.
I haven't seen either of those things, so I can't. But that's just according to.
You haven't seen Endgame?
No.
Do you remember I was telling you on one of our plane rides that there's two things that whenever I try to explain them, I cry. One of them is from Endgame.
Oh, yeah. And you explained it to me without crying.
Yeah,
very
it was
impressive.
actually very hard. Anyway, let's move on.
It would be fun for you to just jump in at Endgame, having not seen any of the other movies.
Yeah.
Get straight in there.
Yeah, just get
Work
started.
it out. Well, I do know now that he becomes a Ronin and that his name's Clint.
Yep, that's true.
So, unfortunately, there's not a great ending to the story because he sort of just disappears from the history books.
That's kind of sick, actually.
I like it. Yeah, it's before these bloody digital footprints.
Yeah.
Am I right? Now they're going to know, like, oh, the day before she died, here's a credit card transaction. She bought a Band-Aid
I tell you what.
and a small latte.
It was disappointing.
Yeah, it's a pretty dull life.
But this way we can fill in the gaps.
Why did I buy a Band-Aid? Just one.
Well, I imagine you died from a big cut. And you
Just put a Band-Aid on it.
didn't quite get it done.
That'll do. And then a coffee as a treat.
Yeah.
Gotta treat yourself.
He does, however, live on in popular culture. The Jesuit reports from Japan were translated into Japanese and published in 1943-44, and from here, Yasuka's legend grew first in Japan and then abroad. Starting in 1968 with Kurusu Yoshio's prize-winning children's historical book Kirosuke or Kirosuka, Yasuke has increasingly become the inspiration for fictional characters in novels, plays, works of art, anime, and manga based upon his life story. I did not know about this, but in 2021, Netflix released an anime series called Yasuke, loosely based on the historical figure of the same name. It follows a heavily fictionalized version of the warrior 20 years after the Honnoji incident where we first met him, and now he battles giant robots, ancient demons, and other evil creatures.
Only 20 years later.
Yeah.
That's so good. As well as the fact that, we don't know what he did at all.
Yeah.
So maybe it's true.
He might have battled giant robots.
We don't know.
It's crazy that we know, because how long a period is this that we know of his existence? A few years? No,
Oh, yeah,
longer,
yeah.
And that's it.
We've only got a very short window
Yeah.
of what he did, and it's also pretty, dot pointy.
Yeah, it's vague.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
There doesn't seem to be any direct quotes from him himself or writing from him. It's all about other people writing about seeing him or what he did. Yeah.
Writing about him because of someone else. It's really interesting.
Yeah. The main character in the anime is voiced by Lakeith Stanfield, who in the same year, 2021, was nominated for an Oscar for his role in Judas and the Black Messiah. There was also reportedly going to be a live-action Hollywood film about Yasuke first.
Has to be. The whole story is this is a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was first announced in 2017. Chadwick Boseman reportedly signed on to portray him, but of course he tragically passed in 2020. And since then, it's just been referred to as in development.
Yeah, right.
And there was a quote from him. I didn't get the exact one. I haven't copied it here, but he was a bit like, "This is an incredible life story." He was basically like, "It has to be a movie."
Yeah.
Like this.
Chadwick would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been really. Yeah, I think it'd be an awesome movie. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
He has also appeared in multiple video games, including the upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows game, currently slated to be released in early 2025, but it's been pushed back a few times. When a trailer came out about 6 months ago, it showed that one of the playable characters in this game, set in Japan, was a black samurai named Yasuke, and to quote from the New York Times, "Some gamers erupted over his appearance, convinced that the franchise, known for its immersive recreations of the past, had, quote, gone woke by including a black character in its depiction of 16th century Japan."
That's so funny.
It continues, Elon Musk magnified the debate with a social media post saying it was an example of how DEI kills art, using an acronym for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Game developers received personal attacks and even death threats. This is despite Yasuke being a real person who did live in Japan in the 16th century.
Yeah, but that was woke. That's why he got the job back then. Yeah. Wasn't he a diversity hire for Stinky Dick? Right?
That's so ridiculous. The internet is such a fucking weird place.
And then other people...
Why doesn't Elon Musk have someone checking this stuff for him? Why is he making himself seem so stupid? Why is he even getting involved in it?
I don't understand how he can be the richest person in the world and I can feel so sorry for him.
Yeah,
he's such a fucking loser. He's such a loser. He has more money than anyone possibly in history, and he's like, I'm like, man, dude, I feel so sorry for you. I'd hate to be you. You are a loser.
Your life seems awful.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
Just honestly, the word is pathetic when I think of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also imagine just being a regular person, not with all of the money in the world, and seeing a video game has a black character in it and being like, oh, what the fuck?
I don't want to play that.
Like, get the fuck over yourself.
Isn't it? That's true in the reverse as well, I think. Isn't the Tom Cruise character based on a real thing as well? And people are like, oh, the white hero thing.
Right.
But it was, like...
Oh, The Last Samurai, that movie, yeah.
I think that was also maybe based on a real thing. And then it was the other side of things, people going, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
We got to get a... And it's like, oh, I don't know. But
I mean, and then there's uproar about a female Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, shut
it's just
up.
so crazy. Everyone
Get
just
the
shut
fuck
up.
over it.
No, it can't be a woman.
Yeah.
It can't. The
Doctor can't be a woman.
Yeah, the alien with the
who changes shape
with
and
the magic
form all the
hammer.
time, and he's got a little screwdriver, and he floats around in a phone booth.
Can't be a woman.
He can't be a woman.
Some things in just movies and stuff.
Yeah,
It
just
doesn't really
relax.
matter. Don't play it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But that is so funny not to just check.
Yeah.
Just have a little
Just
look.
have a little look. And
Quick
then-
Google show you that was a real guy.
Yeah, so there's Reddit debates and then also people being like, oh, but he's not actually a real samurai. And it's just like, oh my God. I didn't know about any of that when I chose this topic. And at the end, I'm like,
So
in the pop culture
funny.
section, I'm like, oh,
You know,
it's happening right now. And they've pushed the game back because of, some people speculate because of the backlash. So
Oh my
insane.
God.
another word for Oda, musky.
Holy shit.
Musky knob.
Smelly Elon.
Elon stink.
So, yeah.
There was a period where he was like seen as like a real life Tony Stark or whatever.
Uh-huh.
He was, and he just had to not talk. If he just never talked,
If you just shut up, yeah.
So, like, there's still a lot of people who think he is like that. They treat him like a god.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more people like that who just are like, oh, poor, sad
This poor
prick.
man.
This poor man.
Poor man. No, how can I feel sorry for him? But I do. I'm just like, oh.
But if he just
no.
if he just never talked about it,
Yeah, that's
people
right.
would still be like, geez, this guy,
Wow.
mysterious
This guy,
genius.
Yeah.
this genius who buys businesses and then claims that he invented Tesla.
Yeah.
It's like, good on you, man.
Anyway, he's now, what is he, vice president now?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I should be careful about what I say here.
It's weird that we don't get in. We're not getting
Yeah,
these
it's
visas.
weird we
I don't
can't get to
understand.
America.
But that's basically the end of, because like I say, historically it peters out. But I do like that you both think that it's kind of cool. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not sure whether he even stayed in Japan and just lived a nice life or...
I think he battled robots.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, of course.
I believe that. And I know that's a woke point of view to have,
Mm-hmm.
that he battled robots in a video game or
But you are
whatever.
very woke, man.
But I'm fucking...
You're a soy boy.
I'm the biggest cuck I know.
Yeah.
I don't even bet on the Melbourne Cup anymore.
Yeah. What's you've changed, man.
A little bit.
Oh, have you as you've grown and aged and experienced more in life, have you gained perspective on stuff
Hang
and
on. No,
occasionally
don't.
kind of looked within and grown as a person or something?
Well, I
sorry.
probably wouldn't go that far.
There's someone I feel more sorry for, actually.
Well, I cannot believe it, but that brings us to everyone's favourite section of the show where we thank some of our brilliant Patreon supporters.
Can I firstly just thank our brilliant Dave Warnicky as well
Oh my God.
for a
thank you so
fantastic
much.
report.
My goodness, thank you.
I thought for a second you were going to thank our man Musk, who I don't think we've talked about on this show before, but we probably can come out and say it. We all love him.
We've got a Musk poster on the wall.
That's right. We've all gone away, thought about what we said,
Yeah.
and we'd like to retract.
Would you believe this? I just checked the stats. 50% of our audience love Musk.
Wow. Well, we
you go.
honour him with everyone's favourite section of the show.
We love your website, x.com.
Yes.
That was very cool what you did when you bought that website and ruined it. Thank you.
Very cool.
What do you mean ruined it?
Yeah, we're still doing really well on
Yeah.
X.
I'm always on X. I'm always sending out X's. I'm re-Xing. Triple Xing.
Oh, I have an idea and I think that'd be a good X.
You should X that, actually. When you said that thing before that
Yeah.
quip, I thought
Do
to
you think that
myself,
could be an X?
Bob, you should X that.
Oh my God.
Nah, good on them.
Can't wait to go viral on X.
I've stopped posting our stuff on there, I think.
Oh, great. Because I
did
wanted,
about 2 years ago, I think.
well, I wanted to delete the app, but then I was like, oh, fuck, I got to keep it to upload.
Should I? Do
Let's
I need
get rid
to?
of it.
Let us know if that's the only way you hear from us. But if we don't hear from you like soon,
Yeah, can we just delete it?
We'll just
Fuck
because
yeah.
there's more now. They keep bringing more ones.
No, I'm not. I honestly.
Are you on Threads?
No,
Nah.
I'm not joining
Blue
anymore.
Sky?
It's
I'm
over
not,
for
yeah,
me.
I'm done. I'm done.
Are you ticking? Are you talking?
I am unfortunately on TikTok, and that's the problem. I'm now addicted to TikTok, and I'm on it too much. I don't want anything else.
Yeah, I don't have enough time for other stuff.
I'm done. I'd rather touch grass or play a video game.
But it is funny because as X is dying, like Threads and Blue Sky seem to be growing, which are basically just Twitter,
Yeah,
which is the thing that he killed.
yeah,
Or he hasn't killed. I think some people on there will tell you it's stronger than ever.
yeah.
And what do facts and numbers mean anyway?
Who cares about him?
Anyway, so we love Musk, and thanks so much for half our audience because might be going, oh god, these aren't Musk haters. They're not hating on our Lord and Savior.
No, we're Musk rats.
Yeah.
We love it.
We are ratting it up for the Musk.
We roll in the musk.
Yeah.
I smell awful.
Anyway,
I reckon he does smell bad. You know when you look at people and you're like, as they walk past you, like there's going to be an odor here? I think he smells.
yeah, but he can because genius is 99% perspiration, isn't it?
Yeah,
And he's a genius.
yeah.
And perspiration stinks.
He smells so bad.
That's how big of a genius he is. He stinks.
Einstein probably reeks.
Oh, gosh.
He's a real raker.
Smelling from here.
Eureka, that's what they say. You got it, yeah. Your stench. Pong on, bro. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is...
Yes.
The jet lag is spreading. What we're going to do here is thank some of our fantastic Patreon supporters. If you want to be involved in this, go to patreon.com/DoGonPod. And you can sign up on a bunch of different levels. There's all sorts of different rewards you get, like getting involved in the nicest corner of the internet, our Facebook group. Another one of our heroes. What's that c***'s name?
Oh, Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Oh, yeah.
We love the Zuck.
Oh, we love Zucken and Zacken.
We Zuck.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. I bet he smells fantastic.
But that man, he looks like he probably, he's everything about him feels neutral.
He looks like he smells like beige.
How do you smell like a colour? Zuck.
He's figured it out.
He's done it. Anyway, so that Facebook group is really a very good spot. It's the only reason that I still have that app.
Yeah.
And you can also you get bonus episodes. You get ad-free feed for the main episodes.
That's right. People listening to this right now without ads.
Yes, and we are improving on remembering to upload those at the same time. I'm the worst culprit of that I have not quite gotten on page, but we are doing that. We're uploading. We're ringing, we're dinging.
We're ringing, we're dinging, we're zucking, we're musking,
And,
we're Xing.
What do you get? You get the. I mean, it's too late this year, but you get the Christmas card each year.
And it's a beauty.
Man, this one. If you haven't seen it yet, and you wouldn't have, because it's probably only just. Oh no, it's gone out. It'll be on its way. Some of you would have already seen it. It's one of my favorites yet.
Yeah.
And on this very blaspheme-heavy episode, I think that's apt.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
What else, Dave? What else can you get on there? You vote for topics.
Yeah, did you mention the bonus episodes?
The bonus episode, I did not.
I didn't think you had. We do basically one every Sunday, unless there's 5 Sundays in a month. We do 4 every single month, and we do our D&D campaign, which is monthly. That's so much fun. We do a bonus report. We do a quiz or something, and we also do the Do Go On Movie Club. Now we've watched every single Phrasing the Bar movie or Brendan Fraser movie, and you also get access to the full back catalogue as soon as you sign up on the bonus level or above. So that's 250 nearly at time of recording, and it's only growing. And most of them are an hour plus. Some of them 2 hours. So it's a lot of hours of entertainment, hopefully.
And the other main thing yet is a shout out, which we do in this section of the show where we spend a bit of time making love to your names. That was poorly phrased.
I did that thing where I was changing tabs on my computer, so I zoned out for a second. I just came back in, making love to your name. That's so funny.
Sorry, what?
You nearly killed me.
So, My chair is squeaking, by the way, if the mics are picking
Mine-
up.
Oh, now. of course.
Yeah, sure, mate, sure.
Every time I move.
It's so weird that I can smell your chairs. It's so weird.
My chairs are very musky. It's got a real...
Oh, somebody must have done something to this chair.
It will not squeak.
Always.
That is frustrating. But yeah, you can sign up on all these different levels. If you sign up on the Sydney Schomburg level, you get to be involved in a thing we like to call the Fact, Quote or Question section, which has a jingle, actually. I think it goes something like this.
Fact, quote, or question.
He always remembers the ding. She always remembers the sing. And in this one, I'll read out 2, 3, 4. This week I'm going to do 4. And you get to give us a fact, quote, or question, brag, or a suggestion, or really whatever you like. And the first one I'm reading out comes from Andriana Ginaldi. And did we meet Andriana
Yes.
in
And I think
London,
you finally
maybe?
Edinburgh,
Edinburgh?
and also one of the UK shows. And I think you just finally got her name right, because she was saying you were always so close.
Oh.
Wonder if Andriana would have notes on how we were saying, or how I was saying, Valignano.
Oof.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty positive.
Yep.
And you also get to give yourself a title, and Andriana's title is Cool Aunt.
Okay.
Everyone needs one.
Yeah. Is this like a cool aunt? Like, say that quick and the meaning changes. But Clant.
No, that's
Really quick.
That's the biggest.
The middle bit's really
I'm your
quick.
cool aunt. You're my what?
You're my what?
I think that's the jet lag talking there, Maddie.
Okay.
I think you could just be a cool aunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I just wasn't sure if there was a secret second meaning.
No.
Just to me, a secret first meaning. But anyway, our cool aunt, Andriana, has a quote, which reads a little something like this. What is something that you were scared to do in your professional career? Well, this feels like a question. I'm going to be honest with you right off the bat. I reckon this has been mislabeled as a quote. It feels like a question.
Okay.
What is something that you were scared to do in your professional career, but you overcame your fear and did it anyway? Andriana's answered
Oh, I
the question,
love
which
that.
we always
Yes,
encourage.
please.
Yeah, please. Let's
Answering
hear.
their question or quotes. You could answer
Can
them.
answer a
too.
quote with yes.
Andriana writes, I'm in the US Navy and I turned down... Is this right? Was Andriana American?
Yeah. But could it be a different Andriana?
Oh my God.
Because I thought she was UK based, but we could be wrong. Anyway,
Or have I done something here?
no, I don't think so. It's possible that two people have the similar name.
But it's also possible that an American could be in a different
Yes,
country.
that's also possible.
But in my head, I'm like, wait,
On holiday or based there.
Yeah, there were actually a few people who have decided that it was taking too long to get to the US, and particularly in Dublin, we had people travel across,
Yeah.
which was very impressive.
Wild.
I got given a Boston Celtics beanie, which is sick.
Very nice.
I'm in the US Navy and I turned down a great role as a public affairs officer on an aircraft carrier, the mighty warship USS Abraham Lincoln,
Whoa!
to become a foreign area officer. Oh my God, foreign area? Like the UK perhaps? I was so scared to tell my other public affairs friends and leadership because they could have denied the request.
Whoa.
But they were supportive and I've had some great opportunities as a result of the switch. That is sick. Congratulations, Andriana.
That just
Well
felt like
done.
one of those things at the time you're like, am I making the right choice?
Totally. Am I making
I?
Even I heard it that time. Am I making the right choice? And looking back, you're like, yes,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did.
Because it's just a choice.
Exactly.
To me, this has got real bop energy about it.
What do you mean?
Just, I mean, I bring this up all the time, but
Yeah.
you like have such a strong vision of what makes you happy, what you should be doing with your life, that you won't be afraid to make a decision that might seem scary to others or not seem like the easiest path.
Yeah.
Like, it's the easiest path is to take that job, probably. That's what you're meant to do. That's what most people do. But you go, much like Andriana, I think you would say, no, I actually think this is the better way for me to go.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's recent. I think the thing that you I think what you're admiring in me, for want of a better word,
I am.
is that I've just gotten really good at saying no now.
Yeah.
I say no to everything now. And that's, yeah, let's not get that deep. Okay.
Can I have $100?
No.
She's that good.
Can I not have $100?
No. Yes. But you can't share it with Dave.
Damn it, that was going to be my follow-up question.
No, it's a good one. Okay, what scared you in your career? Everything. I'm not here because I've like really worked hard for it, you know? Everything has scared me. I've never tried at anything. And people have gone, would you like to do this? And I go, okay. And then here I am. Don't listen to me on career advice.
You feared your way to the top.
I have feared my way to the top of this podcast.
Shut your way to the top.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think everything scares me too. I would say everything.
Yeah.
Like doing stand-up the first time, absolutely terrifying. Yeah, pretty much everything scares me.
Yeah, I'm scared of everything.
Dave's, I think, the opposite. He finds everything. He's always excited. I remember we were going to a trivia day that we were hosting together, a trivia like a corporate gig, and I'm like, I'm so glad you're here because I even with you here, I'm feeling really anxious about this. And he's like, really? It'll be fun. And I'm like, that is, man, I wish I had that.
He's got confidence.
My one is leaving my day job as a producer at the project, which I'd worked at for like 6 years, my full-time everyday job.
Yeah.
To try and do, podcast and comedy stuff full-time, which I probably could have done for like a year or two at that point. But like the safety net of having, a salary job that pays super and all that sort of stuff, I was really nervous and it took a bit of a jump off a ledge to do that. And that took a long time to psych myself up. So that's something that I ummed and ahed about. I'm pretty bad at quitting stuff because I'm like, well, what if this is the wrong choice?
Totally.
Yes. Well, that's what I think that's the thing that is so cool here, which Andriana did that basically.
Yeah, and I love that, looking back, Andriana's like, hey, this is good. Things have worked out.
And I imagine you think that too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm really glad that it's crazy now that it's over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, and that's gone by so quick. And not once have I been like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. But I was worried that, 2 weeks later I'd be like, hey, can I have my job back, please?
I think you kind of forget that you can get another job.
Yeah, it feels like, that's the end of everything.
Yeah, it's like, no, you can, you can write a TV show or you can be like, you can do something that looks really impressive to people and then you can, if that dries up or you don't want to do it anymore, you can just go do something else. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just get a job. If you need a job, get any job. It doesn't matter.
It's funny. Dave's like, I've burnt that bridge.
Yeah.
I very politely resigned.
Yeah. I gave ample notice.
They wished me well.
Yeah, and you still work there.
That's right. I still do the warm-up there 2 nights a week, which is a lot less contact hours, which is good for me, but also still involved with it, and the people are lovely, and I probably could go back if I needed to ever do the producery thing again, but so far...
You don't have to, that's great.
Yeah, so far everything's gone great, and I'm really happy I did that, so maybe that's the lesson.
My thing is sorry Matt,
no, right.
I don't know, we want to move on, but making that sort of decision, I don't think there really is a wrong decision. If you got 2 options of jobs and you choose one and you end up not really liking it, okay. Well, at least you learned that.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
can still get another job. It's okay.
It's good advice. I think you'd be really good as a career guidance person.
I'd be terrible because I'd be like, fucking chill out about it. Who cares?
I think sometimes...
Nothing matters.
I think that's something that people need to hear sometimes.
Or people go, I'm going to move overseas, but I'm scared I'll hate it and then I'll feel shame about coming back. Come back. Who cares?
It's cool.
Yeah, I lived there for 3 months. Wasn't really my vibe. Came home. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
You can always go home.
That's sick.
That's not true. A lot of people flee danger and can't go home.
Yeah, but for the purposes you're talking about, absolutely, yes.
But and it is hard to think that way sometimes. Everything always feels bigger to you, from the inside.
Yeah.
You're so close to things.
Especially when you're 16, 17 and talking to a guidance counsellor who's telling you, fucking chill out, nothing matters. That you can't hear that then.
I was thinking you'd be talking to adults about it.
Sick.
We don't even have guidance counsellors, do we?
We had one, and he told me
God.
to drop drama and do chemistry instead. I was the drama captain.
Yeah.
It was quite important I did drama. I actually use drama a lot more in my life now than chemistry.
But you should have dropped it.
I should have.
Imagine where you could be now.
No,
you could be at a chemist.
Fucking idiot.
Thank you so much, Andriana. Next one comes from Cheryl Engelsman, aka mother of a now 127 pound or 57 keg toddler.
That thick Todd.
That thick set Todd.
That's what you're named after in our group chat.
Oh, is that right?
You're thick set Todd.
Because you don't see your own name in there.
No.
And
I think I'm different now. What am I now?
Cheryl's got a brag.
Oh, yeah, let me check.
I think I changed it.
Cheryl writes, my brag is that the Todd, Miss... Saoirse, Irish name.
Saoirse.
Miss Saoirse has been doing well in my hands and has gained weight and is now the correct weight for her bone structure. A brag on her, but not me, is that with all that weight and puppy energy, she pulled me over a few weeks ago when I wasn't paying attention and I broke my shoulder.
Yes.
She's the best pup ever, and I can only blame myself. Giant Tods are fantastic, as I'm sure Cam and Rupert can attest to. Rupert being another Patreon dog. Also, the resident dog at the Co-Conspirators monthly comedy room.
Nice. I was saying yes there, not in like a hooray Cheryl broke her shoulder thing, but I saw it on the Patreon group.
Right. In the Facebook group, in the nicest corner of the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why one of the reasons it feels so nice is that people go there when they're feeling a bit low or they've had something bad's happened and it's just a place, place people can turn, which is so sweet. Anyway, goes on, but be sure to keep all eyes upon and open and aware because they might turn into rampaging Tods. Cheers, mates. Keep up the good work. And the D&D show is by far my favourite bonus right now. Cheers, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl.
We're
Me
getting
too.
a lot of love on that.
Yeah.
It's so fun to make. I can't wait. We're going to record some new ones
very soon.
Very soon.
I was listening back to the latest episode just yesterday, and a part of me got nervous that when we're recording again, we're not going to be able to capture that same energy. We were very chaotic and very silly. I'm hoping just having Adam back in the room.
Yeah.
We get back into the mindset of our characters.
Because we're very serious when Adam's not around.
We're very serious people.
I think this episode proves that.
Yes.
But as soon as I see Adam, I just become Terry Sharpner.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. And I become
Dimebag Killmeister.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl. Hopefully you're resting up. That was dated about a month or so ago. So hopefully you're healing up nicely. Next one comes from Piper Gallagher. And Piper has the title of Secretary Junior Undersecretary of not understanding the turnaround speed for the Do Go on Patreon's Fat Quote Question segment and submitting a whole bunch right when I first joined and then taking a bit of a break because hearing my name after so many episodes in quick succession felt a bit orcs.
You're back. You're back now.
Back with a joke.
Yo.
Piper writes, my grandfather had the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the San Francisco Zoo.
That's good stuff.
That is good stuff.
That's fun for the whole family.
That's fun. That's undeniably fun.
I wonder how much Piper workshopped the name of the zoo. That's the kind of thing that you'd be toying with a lot.
Yeah.
But something funny about San Francisco Zoo.
Yeah, that's good.
I think you've done well there. Finally, we've got one from Craig Dalgarno, aka head of poorly timed fact quotes or questions.
Okay.
Writing, this is a re-brag attempt. Writing, how do, young crew? Last time, which was my first time, I had my fact quote or question read out. It was an excited brag about our band, Bravo Inferno, being on Jess's lockdown birthday Spotify playlist. Well, I timed that poorly, didn't I? We wanted to let Jess know how excited you weren't here.
Oh, I see.
We wanted to let Jess know how excited we were to find out we were on the playlist, but Jess wasn't in the bloody studio. If Jess isn't in the studio again while this is being read out, I'll shit myself.
Whoa. Okay, let's tell him I'm not here.
Yeah. She's not. Oh
She's
my
not
gosh,
here.
she's not here. Oh no!
It was on my lockdown birthday playlist. Is that what they were saying?
Yes. But yeah, that's so Craig.
Yeah.
Craig's got an odor now emanating from his undercarriage.
I hope Craig wasn't listening on the train.
Anywho, I'm doing a new excited brag, and it kind of lines up with why Jess was away. My mum would often tell me I was a good songwriter and you should write your own stuff, and I always said, nah, that's silly. Sadly, all good things must come to an end, and my beautiful mum passed away a couple of years ago. Sorry for the downer, but it gets happier. I have so much love and respect for you using for your mum. All good things must come to an end. To honour my mum and make her proud, I did record my own song earlier this year. Here's the Jess connection. While Jess was overseas, the song was released. It's about two people talking about their wedding day. Don't know if you heard, but Jess has a hubby now. Hubby.
Have you guys heard?
I hadn't heard. What? You got a hubby now?
What?
A hubby. Hire a hubby. The song was written for a girl, and we would talk about our wedding day, what she'd wear, and what I'd say. Very lyrical, just in
That's
itself.
nice.
Sadly, all good things must come to an end. No one died. 6 months after writing this for her, the relationship ended. Good news, I'm now happier than ever, and the song reminds me of my mum and the incredible support she gave me. What a bloody roller coaster, am I right?
You're right.
You don't have to read this next bit out.
Okay, just read that in your head.
The song is called Tell Me, and my artist name is Diggsy. Feel free to listen now. Imagine not reading that out.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
No.
Tell Me by Diggsy. This will be my last Fat Quarter question about the band, as long as Jess is there. I'm loving being on Patreon and hearing who knew when that shit started and how it's evolved. You three really rock my world, and I know rock.
Whoa.
That's sick.
Thank you for being you, and please make your way to Perth anytime you can. Ciao, Diggsy. Diggsy, we're talking about an Australasian tour next year to celebrate the 500th. Stay tuned.
Hopefully very soon.
Hopefully. I mean, we promise coming back to Perth all the time. But I believe 2025.
Yeah.
Have a good feeling about it. Thanks so much to Craig, Piper, Cheryl, and Andriana for your facts, quotes, and questions. Now, Jess, we thank a few of our other great Patreon supporters, and you normally have a game.
I was thinking, because obviously we talked about like the samurai sword and where that sort of came from. I was thinking we could give him a weapon of choice.
Oh, love
What
that.
do you think of that?
Does it have to be wielded by a pizza cat, or could it be...
I think it's important to factor in, could a pizza cat wield this weapon, but it doesn't have to be wielded by them.
Yep.
But it's something that hopefully is like, something they could wield.
Okay, great.
So it can't be like a dog tail.
Is it okay if I do this, where I read out the place and the name, and then you say something and then Dave finishes it off?
Fantastic.
I love those ones where you lob Dave something and he just grabs it with
So
both
you'd
hands.
say dog and I'd say tail.
Yes, exactly. For example.
Yes.
All right. Well, if I can, I'm going to start listing some of our great
I'm going to clear my brain.
supporters. Clear it out.
It's actually a very quick process. There's not a lot in there.
Dave, can you clear yours too?
Give me a
That'll take a
couple of
while.
weeks.
That'll take a while.
All right. First up, I'd love to thank...
Oh, yeah, I'm very stressed. Okay?
That made me hate you for a second.
Just hated me.
Sorry. All right. I love you again.
Thank you.
I'd love to thank from Lansing in MI in the US. Too many M names. I'm going to say Missouri, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Michigan. From Michigan, Lansing in Michigan, thank you, Jess Klein.
Flaming
Blah, 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 shoe.
flaming shoe.
So like
Who throws a flaming shoe?
So like you like sort of kicking someone, and
Yep.
just before it gets to their head, flames come out the
That's
side.
sick, actually.
Sets them on fire.
They set their head on fire.
That's
Yeah.
going to be hard to top that one. Next up from, address unknown, can only assume from deep within the fortress of the moles. Please and thank you to Nick, based on the email address. Surname might start with L. And it's a hotmail. Good on you. No, it's not. It's a hot nail. That's got to be a typo.
That's a typo.
Nick, if you're not getting any correspondence from us, maybe check in on that.
Yeah, your email is incorrect,
no.
my friend. Weapon of choice? Ice?
Ice. Oh, what do you mean?
Baby. What do you mean?
Ice bag, like a bag of ice.
Do you want to do the names and all?
No. You can
Like an ice pick or something? Or
Oh,
But yeah, it could be a bag
ice
of
axe.
ice. Okay, an ice axe.
But and then also a bag of ice.
like
Like you sort of swing
$3 bag of ice from
swing
the
around your
server.
head. Woo, woo. Ow!
Thank you, Nick.
That hurts.
$3? When has ice been $3 from the
They're
survey?
what are they? $4.50 now.
Are they that cheap? I thought they'd be pretty expensive.
Back in my day, it was like $2.50.
I'd be fucking tuppence for you or something.
Tuppence a bag. When I'd go get a bag of pigeon feed
I'd get
and a
one
bag of
bag,
ice.
one bag of pigeon bread and a bag of ice.
From Wachtberg in NW in Deutschland, it's Helena Dyer Muller.
Okay, big.
Okay, big
Fucking give me
Little
something,
lobbing in.
yeah.
big Rubik's cube.
He's killing me.
pretty good.
He's not even thinking of weapons.
That's good. But can I just say that the edges are very sharp.
Okay.
And if you get the combination right, it then kind of opens up. You can trap people in it like a Pokeball.
Whoa, that's sick.
That's cool.
And then you scramble it again, and then they can't get
They're
out.
trapped forever. They starve to
that
death
is
in
a
there.
powerful weapon.
And then you open it up, you forget, and 20 years later you open it up and it stinks.
You go, oh,
It's just
no.
a decomposed body.
Cruel weapon, that one, actually.
Dave, you're sick.
That is sick,
I'm
man.
from the twisted mind of Dave
Bro,
Warnocky.
come on. From Sheffield in Great Britain. I was just there. What a place. Did I meet you, Jay Thomas?
I don't know, Jay. Did you?
No, I did. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of weapons and I got
Do you
distracted.
want Dave to try
No.
something the other way around?
No.
'Cause
Oh, yeah, go on.
I think
Okay.
he's better at adjectives than nouns.
Okay, what about
And
some
I'm
of
doing a
this?
bad job at adjectives.
No, you're doing a great job at both. But
This is about me.
There we go.
What about the terrifying
Gun.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's good.
Yeah. I
'Cause
think
you
that
think
was the first one that's a weapon.
Because you think of a gun and you go like, well, that's not scary. Oh, terrifying gun. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm picturing all sorts of stuff going
Yeah.
on. It like makes a really loud bang.
Yeah. And it really hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it pierces your skin.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay Thomas, wield that carefully. From Lancaster in Pennsylvania in the United States, it's Peter A.
Peter A. Am I going again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you how it's done, kid.
Okay. The very sharp.
Nunchucks.
Oh, that's freaking badass.
That's badass for the wielder and the victim.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Not if you wield them well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
you
a
know what you're doing.
Michelangelo or Samurai Pizza Cat type.
Yeah.
They
The
probably-
very sharp nunchucks. That's
That's sick.
Yeah.
Peter A., be careful. Oh my God, from address unknown, can only assume from deep within the fortress of the moles. Please and thank you, Joe Drummond.
good. Joe Drummond. Are we going back the other way now?
What do you want to do?
Dave, just keep it going like this,
Okay.
mate. All right.
The electric.
Eel.
Now, I think we've found a rhythm here.
Yeah.
Dave, you're doing it.
The flaming shoe was pretty good,
Flaming Shoe was all right,
but
actually.
everything else sucked.
But I mean, and I think the flaming was probably doing a lot of the heavy lifting. A shoe without flaming is,
True, but kicking someone in the head and then they're catching fire.
Yeah.
I'd watch that James Bond movie.
Also from Address Unknown, can I assume also from the Fortress of the Moles, it's Tyler Heffer.
The entangled.
Horns.
Ooh.
Heifer. Made me think of it.
Yeah. Oh, like horns.
Yeah,
You mean
it's like horns.
Like a Viking hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're entangled. They're coming at you. That's like multiple spears.
Yeah.
And I know the Viking hats didn't actually have them. Before I know people are on X.
Stop Xing us about
Close
it.
your X down.
Stop Xing us.
We know you're all on X because it's so good.
We all love X, okay?
Okay,
There was-
obviously a lot of
We
X.
came out of our Dublin show, which was like sort of underground up to street level.
Yeah.
And then this tour group drives past. You remember this? And they were in like a
Oh, yes.
what are those things
was
called?
like- it was
half
a-
submersible. There's
Yes.
trucks that can go also in the water, whatever they're called. And it was called like Viking Tour Group, and everyone in the had been given a hat with Viking horns on it. And Matt's like, "Oh, I think you're fine," like sort of chasing after them.
You did it in real life.
I do not remember
You
that.
ran for 3 kilometres
Yeah.
after that truck.
And you're saying my handle on X is.
Well, it sounds like I was doing a very funny bit. Thank you so much to the heifer there.
Amphibious, is that the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for?
probably, yeah.
From our penultimate one this week from Ilford in Essex in Great Britain. It's bison. Bloody hell, heifer into bison.
Wow, Bison's weapon is the amphibious.
Spear.
Oh.
Gun. Spear gun.
Whoa.
That's great, so you could use it on land or
Yeah.
in the water.
That's right.
And kill amphibians to kill frogs.
Yeah.
It's a frog killing spear.
And mermaids.
My God, that's badass. And tour groups.
tour groups.
With factually incorrect helmets. Excuse me.
Stop the amphibious vehicle, stop.
And finally, from Bel Air in Maryland, in the United States, it's Kira J. Lutz.
What about the ponging? It's a very smelly weapon.
Okay, what would be a weapon that would be smelly?
Oh.
Probably like a pomming arrow, like a bow and arrow. Cause,
Yeah.
Because then they're holding it back and they can smell it and they're like, whoa, they let it
Let go.
Yeah.
Go away, go
That
away. It
reeks.
encourages you to fire it really fast.
That's right.
And it would kill from the arrow, but then probably the stench might
Yeah.
at least make others flee.
It'd probably make you throw up.
Yeah.
and shit yourself
Yeah,
from
and
the smell, and then
how good are you in
dehydration will get
battle?
you.
Yeah, dysentery and all that.
Yeah.
No good.
Dehydration, man, it's no joke.
It's no joke.
If you don't have hydrolyte with you and keep up the fluids, you're fucked.
You're gone,
It's
mate.
really bad.
Give up now. Thank you so much to Kira, Bryson, Tyler, Joe, Peter, Jay, Helena, Nick, and Jess, and finally...
You're not laughing at anything I said, are you? You're laughing at something else you looked at.
No. I laughed. Everything you said was.
I was being quite funny, and
Dave,
I just got nothing
have
from
you
you.
drifted off? What's going on there, mate?
You're a real piece of shit, Dave.
You want to come back here, mate?
Well, Pong and Arrow, I was there for you.
Okay.
All right.
Dave, the last thing we need to do is welcome 3 people into the Triptych Club, which, for people who don't know, that's like our Hall of Fame. It's
Yes.
a theatre of the mind sort of thing going on here.
That's right, our clubhouse for people that have been supporting the show for 3 consecutive years or more on the shout out level or above. So these people have already been shouted out, but now they're being welcomed into the Hall of Fame. Name going up on the plaque, being etched into history,
Yep.
welcomed into the premises. You're not allowed to leave, but why would you want to?
You don't need to.
No reason. You
You
wouldn't.
got everything
it's
you need.
paradise.
Name something you might need.
Greg.
Got it.
We got. I'm sure we got multiple Gregs in
Yeah,
here.
we
Anything-
got lots of Greg.
I meant more like, as a function, like facilities or amenities you might need to
urinal.
survive. Yep, got it.
Ice machine.
Yep, got it.
Wow.
Tub.
Got it.
Really?
Couple of different tubs, yeah.
Yeah.
Varying sizes.
Slippers.
Yep, got them.
Robes.
Got them.
Steak knife.
Got it.
Really?
Yes.
So, yeah, everything you need. Unless you need shit. And then
But gentlemen, don't.
we got urinals. But obviously, only gentlemen are allowed
Ask
in.
me if we have toilets.
Do we have toilets?
No. He was right.
No toilets.
Well, they're getting installed, but the problem is they're too hot.
Oh, no. Have you normally booked a pair for the after party?
You're never going to believe it. You're never going to believe who I got this week.
What have you done?
Some of Japan's
Mac Pelican?
biggest bands,
Yes.
some of their favourite sons.
Okay.
It is Japan are here.
Whoa.
Honestly, one of their biggest bands.
And they're from X.
Yeah, and I just looked them up. They have an account on X as well. If you go to x.com/XJapan official, you will come across X Japan.
Wow.
And this is the first time I've been on Twitter in so long.
On X.
Oh, sorry, I've been on X for so long. It's just come up. There's a new thing that says like home explore notifications. I remember that. There's now a tab that just says Grok.
It's falling
What's
apart.
going on in there? What the fuck is a Grok?
What does Grok
And then you
mean?
click on it, and it says, try Grok for free now.
Wait, we can try Grok for
A
free?
free tier of Grok is available in your region.
What? He has improved the site.
It's
I didn't know he'd added Grok.
It's an AI thing where you can chat, generate images, analyze photos.
Bloody hell.
Oh, wow.
All in one. You can Grok all in one spot. That is really handy. Because I've got a lot of my grokking, on different sort of websites. But it'd be really handy to bring all that grokking together.
Man, he's a genius. Grok? Who comes up with that?
Grok.
Jess, you normally have a drink. You're behind the bar. You got a special drink tonight? Maybe a samurai shot or anything like
Yeah,
that?
we've got a samurai shot.
Oh, what's in that? Sake?
Yep.
And then what do you do?
And then a bit of raspberry cordial.
Oh, beautiful.
It's quite nice, actually.
That
yeah.
sounds really great.
Yeah, but we'll fuck you up.
Yeah. Raspberry rice wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that
just
does
go
sound
easy,
good.
Matt. Go easy.
Okay.
Matt.
I've already had 6.
Matt, you're very jet lagged. Let's not add
Jess,
a
I've
7.
had another 6.
No, Matthew.
These are delicious. Probably a bit hot if I was going to... If there was any feedback.
Always critical, isn't he?
Oh my God, I've just realised. No, I'm maintaining what I said. There are 3 inductees. Are you ready? So Dave hypes them up. He's on the stage. He's the MC. Jess is standing behind him with her hand on his butt.
Yeah, but
to
he didn't
make him
laugh at
feel-
me before, so
Which-
I'm not sure how supportive I want to
Okay.
be of him right now.
Well, maybe
Okay,
you'll
so-
start to tell the truth.
I will tell you the truth what happened. I was just checking if Japan had a Twitter or an X, and then
And
I
you
went
saw
to the
Grok?
thing and I saw Grok, and I was like, I can't wait to tell them about Grok. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Just listen back to this. Promise me you'll listen back to this episode
I promise
and
I will
hear
listen to
how
this
funny
bit.
I was being.
I reckon that's really funny, but will you admit that Grok, like...
Way funnier than I was being.
No, but you'd understand why I'd get excited
Of
about
course.
that. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Try Grok for free.
What are you talking
That's
about?
funny.
What's happening on that site now? Anyway, I'm so ready. Just will you put your hand in my pocket,
Okay, yes.
Wait, was
In the pocket? Okay.
please? Yeah, it makes me feel nice.
So we
Nothing
have
weird.
3 names. Oh my God. If this first name could it be our man from Bodrigi? Thank you so much from here in Melbourne. It's James Graham.
Oh, James Graham, I'd love to pay him a compliment.
Oh,
You're
okay.
amazing.
Wow.
and just because if it is from James from Broderick, James Graham from Ascot Vale, more like James Graham from Ascot Pale Ale.
Oh, very good.
He is
I didn't
good.
read out for some reason, I didn't read out his suburb. I'm like, I won't dox. I can't say both his work and his suburb.
Oh, sorry, I did that.
No, but I think that's all right. I think he'd be happy with that.
And honestly, we do love your work, James. You're the
Love
best.
you, James.
James, oh, my, those beers are so delicious. And they're going to be, I don't know, when's this episode coming out, Dave? Because they're going to be
In a couple of weeks.
served up at our taping.
Oh, yes. Let's just double check. When's this one coming out, everybody? You are correct, Matt. And that is this Friday night. If you want to come along, have some beautiful bodriggies, hang out with us, hang out with James, watch Matt and I do our stand-up hours back-to-back for the final ever time. This is shows we've done all over Australia, but we're filming them in the stupid old studios downstairs here.
Afterwards we are, because we feel like it's the honourable thing to do, we will be stabbing ourselves in the guts.
So Jess is standing by with a
Jess is gonna
samurai sword.
Whip our heads off.
I will be cutting your heads off,
Thank you
yes.
so much. But that's this
For honour.
Yes.
this Friday, December the 13th. Because we're filming it, we actually would love it if you would come along. We want to pack the room out. It's only
Yes.
$25 for both shows back to back.
And 15 for patrons. Sign up on the Patreon and then you'll be making money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you so much to James Graham. But I'd also love to welcome into the club from Stockport could be Manchester. In Great Britain, it's Sam Lacey.
Sam Lacey, it's great to face you. Face you. Sam, I'm a big fan. Oh, jeez. Stockport. Welcome to
Yeah, I
Stockport.
bet you regret.
No, that's good, that's good.
I bet you regret leaving Jess hanging out.
No. Woo!
I thought you'd forgiven me. The hand is still in the pocket, everyone. Sam Lacey.
I think, yeah, Facey was good. I'm
Was
a
it?
fan.
Yeah.
Fan of your Facey. That's a bit, I don't know. It just feels a bit like, not your value, but I'm only focusing
Yeah.
on your
But I mean,
face.
more
So
like when I see you, like I light up because I'm like, oh, Sam's here.
that's nice.
Sam the
Thank
man.
goodness.
Well, although, yeah, it's Samantha. So probably not the man. Anyway.
But the man in the sense of
Yeah.
you're the man.
The man.
You're the man, Sam.
And finally, from Address Unknown, can only assume deep within the Fortress of Miles, please and thank you and welcome Simon Telford.
Simon Telford.
Running out of steam.
Really? With that-
Simon's waited 3 years for this, Dave. You freaking...
Simon Telford.
You tell me,
I'd go through hell for you.
Oh, that's really good. Can I use that?
Yeah,
Let's edit that out.
let's get that clean.
Simon Telford, I'd go through Halford for you.
Simon,
Halford, you.
you're the mon. Welcome in Simon, Sam and James.
See, it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
I thought I really capped that
That
off
was-
with something brilliant.
What
That
about
was fucking horrific.
Simon-
It was a callback to Sam the man.
Simon,
And I said you're the mon, Simon Mon. I think that was really good.
terrible.
I thought that might have been the best thing I've ever done.
Terrible.
Well, those two things could be true.
They're not mutually exclusive.
I think that brings us into the episode. Jess, anything we need to tell people? I should just say one more time. Simon, Sam, James, welcome.
Love
Make
you.
yourselves at home.
Please. Everything you possibly need, except a toilet, is available. Well, the only thing to tell people is that I think we mentioned this. You can suggest a topic. Anybody can. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to pay anything to suggest a topic. There's a link in the show notes, or it's on our website, which is Do Go On Pod. And you can find us on social media at Do Go On Pod and Do Go On Podcast on TikTok. And when I say social media, I mean Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, no Blue Sky.
Grok.
We're getting rid of
Are we on Grok?
We're signing up for Grok.
Groktober. We're going to do a big month next year. Every episode's going to be written by Grok. Can you just will it answer questions like, tell me about Genghis Khan? Give me 3,000 words on Genghis Khan.
Hit me with
Hit
2,000
me,
words.
Grok.
Grok, baby.
Grok.
Never
Groktober's-
stop grokking.
Dave, boot this baby home.
We will be back next week with another fantastic episode. But until then, I'll leave you a little secret. It might just be the Christmas special.
Where we did the everyone's favourite section of the show live.
For the first ever
Yes.
time, man. That was a rush.
That was fun.
in front of a live audience. So please stay tuned for that. But until then, we'll say thank you so much for listening and goodbye.
Later.
Bye.
To everyone else, this is a desk. But to you, it's a launch pad. Your starting block. This ain't a desk. This is opportunity.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get the Coach Prime Moto G 5G on us at your local Boost retailer. Moto G 5G on us when you switch with ID verification and new Unlimited Plus or Unlimited Premium plan activation. Taxes extra. All prices, fees, features, functionality, and offers are subject to change without notice. See participating dealers for details.
Holiday shopping is here, and Amazon Live has got you covered. Shop for the perfect gift from the comfort of your home with Amazon Live's shoppable video experience. Discover the hottest products from influencers and shop while you watch. This season, join Candy Burris from Real Housewives in her holiday Amazon Live series, Generation Face Off, where Candy, her mom, Mama Joyce, and daughter Riley share their favorite stocking stuffers and go-to gifts across fashion, beauty, and more. Watch and shop new episodes of Candy's series Generation Face Off now by going to amazon.com/candylive. That's amazon.com/candylive. For a limited time, use promo code CANDYLIVE for $5 off an eligible product featured on the first episode of the series. That's KANDILIVE. Promotion expires on December 25th, 2024. Limited supply of goods. Terms and conditions apply. For full promotion terms and conditions, go to amazon.com/candyterms.
Don't forget to sign up to our tour mailing list so we know where in the world you are and we can come and tell you when we're coming there.
Wherever we go, we always hear 6 months later, oh, you should come to Manchester. We were just in Manchester.
We were just there, but this way you'll never miss out. And don't forget to sign up, go to our Instagram, click our link tree. Very, very easy.
It means we know to come to you, and you'll also know that we're coming to you.
Yeah, we'll come to you, you come to us. Very good.
And we give you a spam-free guarantee.